The Saints climbed back to 500 last week with a win at Missouri Baptist. The second week in a row, USF used a special teams touchdown to secure a win. After just 3 completed passes in St. Louis last week, though, sophomore quarterback Sam Tumulty and the Saints offense looked to right the ship and move the ball against the Trinity International team that's 0-5 this year and hasn't won a conference game since 2017. It's the Trojans of TIU and Joliet today for an MSFA Midwest matchup on the USF Sports TV network. Good afternoon. Welcome to Joliet Memorial Stadium. Nick and Coach Dan Sharp with you ahead of the game between St. Francis and Trinity International. St. Francis 2-2, lost the first 2 games, but on a 2-game winning streak here, 28-21 last week down in St. Louis against Missouri Baptist. We're going to talk a little bit more about that game because there seems to be a trend building with the defense and the special teams here with St. Francis. As for the series against Trinity International, it's the 12th game between these two programs, which started up around the same time in the mid to late 80s. We got some stories about that we can talk about as well. I'm looking forward to St. Francis 9-2 in the first 11. We'll see how the 12th one goes here. But the way the schedule works out here, Coach Sharp, it's kind of interesting. Real tough non-conference schedule for St. Francis. Some teams they've traditionally beat here in the middle, and some really tough competition toward the end when the season wraps up. As a coach, how does that play out in your mind?
Well, you know, you always, when Newt Rackney used to schedule a game, he'd say you always play a tough one and then an easy one afterwards. But I don't know if there's many easy ones anymore.
Not in this conference.
Not in this conference, not in this league. But it is nice to see that in the middle of the season here, they're playing some teams that they're very confident that they can play against and win. And then that's going to give them confidence as they get into the meat of the schedule at the end of the year with the Olivets and with the St. Xavier. But you can see the progression of the team and how well they're doing. And, you know, St. Francis is a tough team to meet right about now.
Yep, they're starting to get in their stride. And let's talk to the head coach here, Joe Curry. And, Coach, your defense and special teams has been playing pretty good. I know we're trying to get the offense going a little bit, but a couple special teams touchdowns to win some games. What's it like with that defense and special teams you got to play with?
Well, they're doing good right now. I mean, it's something, obviously, I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago that, you know, it's something that we work really hard on, and we always have. And it's just nice for the last couple of weeks to see that hard work and everything come to fruition. We spent a lot of time on special teams, and it's you know, it's one of those things where sometimes coaches don't spend as much time on that because you don't get as many plays on special teams that you would on offense or defense. So they kind of take a back seat sometimes, and we've never had that mentality. And sometimes we're bad at it, even though we work on it a ton. So it's nice to see that, hey, we worked on it a ton, and nice to see those things come to fruition. And like last week, you know, we were just in punt safe. It wasn't even, we weren't planning on blocking a punt. We just wanted the ball back with 2 minutes to go. But luckily, you know, we got guys, Brian King, Mike Johnson, our D-line. We tell them to secure the kick, and they go 100 miles an hour to do that, and they ended up blocking it. So it was good for us, and, you know, I'm glad to see those things work out.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one Thursday night I came out to watch practice early in the season, and that's all you did was special teams. And it really, seeing the emphasis, and as you know, special teams is the biggest geography play, and it also is one of the bigger momentum plays. And you definitely can lose with bad special teams. But as you're going along, Joe, this week, what are you looking offensively to maybe get things going a little bit? It's great to see your defense and special team, they keep you in games, and then maybe this is a day that we can really see that offense get on track.
Well, I hope so. You know, they're working hard over there. They're battling. We got great leadership on offense. Sam Tumulty, our quarterback, has been leading our offense and positive every day, trying to get, you know, our team going. And it's really offensively, when you look at the film, it's one guy. But that, you know, that's offense. You know, one guy misses it, and it's like, oh, I don't know how many times we watch the film and we pause it. And it's like, okay, if that guy was just blocked, it'd be 60 yards. Yep. Yeah, and we have a guy that runs right by that guy. You know, so we're really close. And we just keep hammering on that and keep working. That's all we know how to do. Just keep working at it, and hopefully one of these days it'll start to come to fruition for us.
Trinity International is one of the teams you guys see year in and year out for a couple of decades now. You're pretty familiar with what they do over there, even though they got a new coach. I think he's in his third year now, Willie, and got a couple freshman quarterbacks. I think they're probably going to play both. Freshman wide receivers is pretty dangerous. Yeah. What is the scouting report on the Trojans?
Well, they're a tough team. I mean, they've been on the wrong end of it, so far this year. But what they see on film, like you said, they're athletic. They got some good running backs who are really good. They got a receiver who's really good. The quarterbacks kind of complement each other. One is they're good. One's a good passer. The other one can run and pass. So they have some good talent over there on offense, and defensively they play hard. They try to do not multiple things. They're pretty basic, which, as you know, when you're trying to do multiple things on defense, you're probably not very good. So they try to do simplistic things, and they play hard. And they're kind of like, their defense is kind of like our offense has been going. It's they tipped the ball and it went into the other team's hands for a touchdown. They got out of one gap and it was a touchdown, and those sort of things. So it's one thing for them as well. And hopefully we can keep that going for our standpoint today. But winning college football games, I've always told you guys, is not easy. And from week to week, anybody can beat anybody. And we just don't want to have that happen to us today. We want to go out. Big thing for us is, I think we have been improving a little bit here, a little bit there, but I still don't think we've played a complete game yet, and I want to get to that point, take another step forward, and hopefully we can do that today.
Go get him. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks,
well,
guys.
you're doing it, Joe.
All right, thank you.
One of the bright spots for the St. Francis offense, as you heard Coach say, they want to try to get that going today, has been their tight end, number 6, DeJuan Gavin. You've seen him during the games. You've seen him in practice. What do you like about DeJuan?
I really like the way he plays. I think he gives you a unique weapon, and I think he might be a player to look at today. He could play tight and good run blocker, play tight end, come out of there, play the slot. They could split him out. He's very versatile, and you just see the confidence coming off that injury. Watching him run, his gait, he looks really good. So I think this would be a great day for him to have a little breakout game, maybe get a couple catches today.
Let's see if the whole team can break out today against Trinity International. We got kickoff just a few minutes away on the USF Sports TV network.
The University of St. Francis in Joliet is a welcoming community of learners, ready to make you feel right at home. With a diverse student body that is a reflection of the community we serve, our students say over and over that USF truly feels like family. To get the excellent education and promising future you deserve, visit stfrancis.edu. Our home is your home. Make yourself comfortable at USF.
Welcome to Joliet here at Buseat Bank Field at Joliet Memorial Stadium. Nick Jacobs and Coach Dan Sharp with you ahead of this MSFA Midwest contest between St. Francis and Trinity International. Beautiful day today, 53 degrees. Wind probably will be a factor at some point today, blowing out of the west-southwest around 13 miles an hour. We're going to get our national anthem underway here in just a minute, but the coin toss happened moments ago. St. Francis won the toss and elected to receive the kick, which came as a bit of a surprise. We'll talk about why that may be coming up on the other side of our national anthem, played by our St. Francis Pep Band today. So the talk about the St. Francis football team through the first 4 games here, Coach Sharp, has been their defense and special teams, and we talked to Coach Curry about that. They've been playing great. The front line with Ryan King and the linebackers playing great. Plenty of interceptions in the secondary too. But we're wondering when the offense might start to pick it up a little bit. I know they're not playing up to their own expectations. And we kind of found it interesting that St. Francis, when they won the toss, we thought they'd probably defer, get that great defense on the field, but they wanted to have that offense out there first.
That's right. I think usually in a case with the win like this today, you would take the defer, take the win, try and pin them down there. But I think what Joe Curry's trying to say to his team today is, hey, let's get the offense out there. Let's drive the ball down the field into the wind and maybe take the wind away from Trinity. But I think this is a message he's sending that, hey, we're going to give the ball to the offense to start the game, and I'm excited to see. I really feel they're going to have a good offensive day today.
You know, maybe they just want Scott Tumulty out there. He's a touchdown machine in and of himself. Maybe they just want to have the special team score first before the offense even gets a chance to take the field. We'll see what happens. Scott Tumulty is back, standing at his own 10-yard line, ready to receive the opening kickoff. St. Francis is 2-2 today. They are 1-0 in the conference after their victory last week down in St. Louis against Missouri Baptist under 11th year head coach Joe Curry. Trinity International is 0-5. They're 0-1, lost to St. Ambrose a week ago under second year head coach Willie Tillman with a 3-13 overall record up there in Deerfield. Cameron Outlaw will kick it off for Trinity. It'll be Scott Tumulty. Ooh, it touched him on the bounce there. He's going to have to pick that up from the 8-yard line. He's just going to take it up the numbers. Runs into his own guy, but there he goes. Going to the right numbers. The kicker, Outlaw, has to push him out of bounds around the 45-yard line. And the Saints offense will have a nice short field to start off with, thanks to that man there, number 1, Scott Tumulty.
Well, exactly like you said, Nick. Get the ball to Scott's hands. And he sometimes when you foul the ball, the timing's off on the kick coverage team, and he was able to find a seam, took it all the way across the field, and what a big return to start off tonight.
A week ago for Trinity International against St. Ambrose, Ambrose scored the first touchdown of the game on the first play from the line of scrimmage. Sam Tumulty will take the gun, and hands off. Up the middle, up to about midfield for Keenan Haley. 5-yard pickup on first down. And we may have seen the difference between some of the competition St. Francis has played earlier in the year and today. That play for the first 4 weeks of the season is really only going for 1, 2, maybe 3 if they're lucky, but they got a good 5 yards on first down there.
They got a good run. I believe that was probably their inside zone play. Haley got it, seamed there, got up there. This is going to set things up for Tumulty, too. Yeah. If you run the ball inside, it's going to create a lot of opportunities for him later in the game.
Haley on the left hip of Sam here on 2nd down and 4 from the 50. He's going to throw for the first time today. Checks it down to Hartsfield. It's enough for a first down, a pickup of about 6. Takes about a trio of Trojans to get him to the ground.
Nice route there. The tight end cleared out the safety, and they brought him underneath in that little curl area. Nice little route, easy read, great pass and catch there.
Hartsfield will go to the right side of the field. Haley on the left hip of Sam, but back for the first time in the last 2 weeks, Dan McLaren. He's on the right hip. He's been out last couple of weeks with an ankle. It's going to be Haley, inside run, up into the second level, up to the 35-yard line. Nice pickup of 9 on first down.
Well, that's a great sign to see. This time they ran the same play, only to the other side of the line of scrimmage. Little off-tackle play. And I saw Tumulty Sam made a great fake, drew some linebackers his way. They got a nice little misdirection going here, I think, between those two.
The end of the play.
You see a good fake by a quarterback there, and great run up inside. Good blocking on the right side there.
Devin Arvalo, the safety, coming up making the stop for Trinity. 2nd and 1 for St. Francis, opening drive. Dezion Jordan, wide out, wide left here for St. Francis. Sam's going to roll left. Nice play called left side and up past the 25 for another St. Francis first down to Dan Getch, the big tight end.
There's that misdirection we talked about. A great fake to the halfback, Keenan, and bootleg to the left. It's not easy to throw, great right-hand throw to your left, but boy, he set his shoulders well, threw a nice pass. Well-designed play by Coach McCarthy. Had a good time to run it, too, first down.
You'll see here at the end of the play, he got up a little gingerly. We'll see if we can see what happened. Dan Getch Still nursing a bit of an injury on the sidelines as Sam Tumblety will keep it for the first time today. You see the shiftiness he has up to the 20-yard line, and then the flag comes in behind the play.
Nice power play to the quarterback. You know, Sam is a tailback and a quarterback, so they run a nice lead block by the fullback, pull the backside guard. But it looks like we got a holding penalty here, Nick.
Hot mic on the field. Referee's microphone a bit too hot there. Unable to get the explanation. You'll see the result of the play as he gets rolled up around the 20-yard line. They're going to back it up, though, after the penalty to the 36. Make it 37-yard line here for St. Francis. The offensive line has been something we've been trying to watch here is Dan McLaren. You see number 11 just to the left of Sam Tumblety, wearing 32 today instead of 22. Had a bit of a jersey issue. Here's Haley in motion. Bit of a high snap, handled fine. It's going to be a dive play for Sam. And picks up about 5 or 6 on the play. Second down and 14 for St. Francis.
I really like the rhythm of the Saints offense today with the motion. Excellent play faking. It's hard to find where the football is. And when you got a quarterback and a tailback like they have, it's going to create some problems for Trinity to defend the whole field here because they're running inside, outside, play action pass.
3-4 defense here for the Trojans. Pure pass play this time for Sam. Short route for Dezion Jordan, but slips at the 25-yard line past the original line of scrimmage. He picks up about 7. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for St. Francis.
Good protection there for Sam. Quick set, hit the quick hitch route over there. Offense is looking sharp here on the first possession.
Dezion Jordan will go wide left. DeJuan Gavin, the tight end. We usually see him tight against the formation. He's going to be slot right. 2 running backs flanking Tumblety. The fake, Sam's going to keep it. Look at the shiftiness from the quarterback for St. Francis up near the 10-yard line and a first down on 3rd down. First 3rd down conversion of the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 just outside of the 10-yard line.
3rd and long, keep the ball in Sam's hand. Fakes over to Keenan, and then he just takes it right up off tackle. Nice job blocking, but he makes so many people miss. He always gets positive yards after the first contact.
Sam Tumblety, the reigning Offensive Player of the Year in the MSFA after an outstanding campaign a year ago, leading that offense to a conference co-championship. 3 wide receivers again. Trinity showing a bit of pressure. They're going to bring 1 extra. Sam looking to throw. Telling Dezion Jordan, say, get in the end zone. He throws it up. It's caught. Was he inbounds? No. Just missed him. You see Sam Tumblety directing traffic on that play.
Yes, he was running a little out pattern, and as Sam was rolling to his left to avoid some pressure, he told him it turned into a wheel route, turned him up the sideline, and what a nice soft touch pass that Sam threw there, but just too far to the outside.
It sure looked like he may have tucked that foot in that painted area there, but no such luck for 82 Dezion Jordan. Sophomore out of Rockford, Harlem. Same formation here for the Saints on 2nd down and 10. They need to get to the 3 for a first. Hand off to Keenan. Another inside run. He gets it past the 10-yard line, only a pickup of about 3.
Again, positive yards. We're getting a little push there up front.
Offensive line looking a lot better today.
Well, this will be an interesting call. 3rd down at about 7 yards here in the red zone.
I think you call 32 here.
I would be, yeah. First time we'd call 32, seeing it's usually 22.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Sammy in the gun. Haley to his right. He's going to try to throw into the flat. It is caught at the yard-to-gain line. Hartsfield thought he stayed upright or at least off the ground. Officials say no, but a great catch by Jason Hartfield. Just a bit short, though. It's going to be 4th and 1.
This is a fabulous throw, rolling to his right. Sam puts it right on the money. Look here. Now look where that ball is placed. Right there. No way the defender could get it. Put it to the outside.
If NAI had a replay, he may have had a case there. He might bounced off the back of the defender there.
May not have touched the ground.
Yeah. 4th down and 1. Two tight ends. The give to Keenan, diving to the end zone, just shy. He does pick up enough for a first. It's going to be first and goal from the 1-inch line as the opening drive of the game for St. Francis continues.
They're going to go quick here with the short yardage.
Quarterback sneak here for Sam. Needs the offensive line to push. Wasn't there. Bounces it outside and dives in for the touchdown. Another touchdown for Sam Tumulty. He had all 3 offensive touchdowns a week ago. He starts them off right here.
The only quarterback that can bounce out a sneak. What athleticism. Everything, he ran the sneak, everything was bunched up, but he's such quick feet and athletic and great vision of the field. Took it around the left end. Great drive for the Saints.
He's a great running back who just happens to throw a pretty ball too. You saw a few passes from Sam. How was the spiral looking?
He looked good. Oh, I think the tightness of the spiral looked pretty good there.
2-point conversion is good for the Saints as well. 8:19 left to go here first quarter. The Saints put up 8 on their opening drive. And that was something that we wanted to see. How is the offense going to respond? Maybe a defense not quite the caliber of some of these St. Francis Indianas and Siena Heights that the Saints have seen so far this year. How are they going to come out and respond and get to work? And the opening drive, if that's any indication, it seems like they figured some stuff out.
A lot of good things. I think they started out moving the ball up the middle. Then you see Sam run the ball on the outside and throwing off the perimeter. I think that seeing him roll out and make some nice throws in the pass is going to help a lot with their protection as the year goes on as well, that you can move him around. He just doesn't have to throw from the pocket area. And then the fact that they're using their special teams, getting a 2-point conversion. I think, they're working on a lot of things today. This is the time of year where you really start to see things fall into place after these first 4 games. And again, that was an excellent drive, overcome a big penalty, and still were able to take it down and score.
11 plays for 56 yards and a touchdown to open things up for St. Francis as the wind blows the football off the tee from Ryan Bidet.
And they used up almost half the quarter there, which took the wind away from Trinity now, So that was probably a good call, I think, on Joe's part to take the ball on the coin flip.
Thought Terrence Nicholson might have to hold that ball, but he's called off. Brian's going to just try to hurry here before the wind affects it again. Bidet checks the line. Kicks it off. Angles left. Nice deep kick. With the wind at his back, the return will start from the 2-yard line. Here comes Bryce Thurman, the wide receiver, return man up to the 25-yard line. Nice return for TIU. And now our first look at the Trojan offense. Liam Mickle is their freshman quarterback out of Woodstock High School. Throws it at about 47%, 533 yards, 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. He's one of 2 quarterbacks we will likely see here today wearing number 18. He does have a Conference Offensive Player of the Week award under his belt, which he earned back in week number 2 of their win against Quincy. Went 23 for 39 for 235, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown as well. And the officials talking with Coach Curry. Was there a flag on the field I did not see?
No, there's no flag. But Joe, after that play, went out to talk to the officials. I'm not sure what this would be about.
I keep trying to see if he'll mic'd up, during the game for us, but for some reason he keeps declining that offer. See if we see anything on the return here. Yeah, pretty standard there, but Coach Curry still talking to the officials here. Looks like a cordial conversation, if nothing else. I can't
Joe's
for the life of me
to say whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me think what the conversation's about, but finally break their huddle here and let Trinity.
Maybe there's something Joe saw in that play that wasn't called. I don't know.
He's got a smile on his face at least, so it couldn't be that terrible. In either case,
I'd have a smile on my face after that drive too.
Amen to that. Liam Mickle, the freshman, in the shotgun. Going to run it on the first play. Only a gain of 1, maybe 2.
Nice job up front.
Their longtime running back, Derek Lowe, a senior out of Chicago. Over 250 yards this season with 3 touchdowns. He does average 4 yards per carry. They do have athletes. Derek Lowe's been there for quite a few years. They got a couple real nice freshmen. They just got to try to put it all together with their second-year head coach, Willie Tillman. Second down and 8.
Saints with their 3-man defense.
Lowe goes in motion. They're going to give it to the running back, but he trips as he caught the ball. He kind of turned and tried to backpedal, but the turf monster got him right when he caught it.
Yeah, but I tell you, St. Francis read that well. The outside linebacker dropped off right away on the snap, got into that area, the corners, the safeties came up. They were in good position to defend that play, even though he slipped.
They lose 3 on that play. 3rd down and 1 for the Trojans. Coming off a 49-7 loss to the Bees of St. Ambrose a week ago. 3 wide receivers for the Trojans, 2 to the right, 1 left, ball with the left hash, couple running backs. Lowe goes in motion. Same play to the other side, but that was batted down at the line. I believe that was Pat Stroja.
A great play. Working upfield. They ran that motion, going to run the screen again to the outside. Stroja working upfield, saw it, got the long arm up. Watch here, right here, look at that. Perfect.
Well, it helps when you have an 80-inch wingspan like Pat Stroja does.
Yes, it does.
His arms are incredibly long. He's a D1 transfer too. I believe he went to Drake University before coming back here to Joliet, trading 1 brown and gold for another.
He's got to be a first-round draft pick on the intramural basketball team.
Yes, sir.
Played
for Joliet Catholic, went to Drake, and then transferred here. And the punt is low, takes a skip at about midfield. Tumulty's going to have a chance at it. Took a big hit for a 4-yard return. A flag comes in from the back, however.
No fear.
None.
The young man has no fear, complete confidence.
The older brother to the quarterback, Sam Tumulty. See the return here. A big shot.
First of all, great move to go after that ball, not give up any more ground, and then to get positive yards afterwards. But it looks like we got
a player to hit him was their starting middle linebacker too. So that's a guy who's pretty familiar with putting a hit on a ball carrier. So second look at the St. Francis offense. The penalty, I didn't see the signal, but it was a hold. A hold, okay, against St. Francis. So instead of the 53, it's going to go back to the 36. 6:46 to go here. First frame, 8-0 Saints. Saints scored on their first possession, 11 plays, 56 yards. Defense forced a 3-and-out by Trinity. Haley, the left hip of Sam. Trinity will rush just the 3 to throw. Tumulty pressured, rolls to his left. Has a man wide open on the sideline, caught for a big gainer and a first down into Trinity territory. First catch of the year for Trenton Perry, the senior out of Joliet West.
Again, it shows Sam's ability to make something happen. We get an unblocked guy coming off the edge here. He spins out of it, makes a tremendous throw. It's a wide open receiver.
Trenton Perry, another one of those D1 transfers. He's originally went to St. Francis University in Pennsylvania before coming back here to the University of St. Francis Joliet. On the ground here on first down, and I'll pick up about 2. St. Francis out of Loretto, Pennsylvania, part of the Northeast Conference before Trenton Perry comes back. Play for his hometown St. Francis team.
It's great to have him back at the right St. Francis.
Dan McLaren, their number 11, coming out for this play. Second down and 8 for the Saints. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Tight end goes into motion. 2, and Sam in trouble for the first time today. Down he goes.
Right up the middle. like it was the
Jeremy Walton, the freshman out of Warren Township, number 90.
shot right up the middle. I don't know how we missed him in there.
And Jalen Norris, number 99, getting credit for the sack. He's a freshman out of Florida, the starting defensive tackle for the Trojans. Two freshmen and a junior starting on the defensive line for Trinity. The loss is 4. It's 3rd down and 14 now for the Saints. Plenty of time down the middle of the field. Perfect ball and a sliding catch made inside the 25 by Jason Hartsfield. Beautiful ball and a great catch by number 19 for St. Francis, the sophomore out of Bourbonnais.
Are they saying it's incomplete?
Ooh, really? That didn't even look close, really. Did he drop it? Might have to get another look at that here after the punt.
That was a beautiful throw by Sam Tumblety. I tell you, he is a very accurate passer. You give him a little bit of time, and I really like the fact that how he's throwing on the edges too, rolling out.
Oh, man. You did see the defensive back for Trinity react. Oh, fake here from Brian Madej. He will slide and pick up the first down. Where did that come from? I don't know if that was called, Coach, but Brian Madej saw some field open. I don't know what happened, but Brian picks up the first down.
There's no special teams again.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if it was ad-libbed. I think that probably was a call.
Let's see what you see here.
Oh, they didn't get it. They must have been just short.
Oh, wow. See here on the replay.
Oh, he might have just stepped out right
Stepped
before.
out, yeah, I think his left foot. Oh,
I like the aggressive play calling, though. I think these are things you really work on all year. You want to use them in game situations, and it makes other teams have to practice for it as well.
Ryan, the sophomore out of Sandburg and Orland Park, and looks like St. Francis jumped a bit early on that play. See if we can get the call. Yep. We talked about penalties before the game. St. Francis is one of the least penalized teams in the country. That just their 24th penalty here as we enter week number 5.
Yeah, we've had 3 already.
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4.
Watch the ball. Go D!
5-yard gift for Trinity. Mickle under center will turn and give to the running back, but he is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Put down by T.J. Neal, the sophomore linebacker out of Joliet West High School.
I tell you, did a nice job of setting the edge, taking on the lead blocker right here. Right there, forcing him to cut back, and there's our linebacker ready to make a play. Again, excellent team defense on that play.
He shed the block by Keshawn Brown, the left guard for Trinity, who comes in at 6'4", 370. T.J. Neal got off that block pretty well, made the play. Lost a yard, 2nd down and 6 for TIU. Shotgun now for Mickle. Quarterback keeper, not much of a runner, but he does pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. The other quarterback for Trinity International, who we have not seen yet, Melvin Babo, the senior, more of an accomplished runner. Mickle, a great passer. We'll see what happened here on this play. Option play for Liam.
And, you know, Logan's having a good series here. He set the edge nice in the previous play and comes up, makes a tackle there. Johnson, very nice.
Quick moving first quarter here in Joliet. 3:33 to go. Saints touchdown and a 2-point conversion on their opening drive. 3rd down and 3 for Trinity. Dive play. Nice second effort from Lowe. It's going to be real close to the line again. I think they got it.
Yeah, I think his second effort there. We made a nice stop originally, but he kept his feet moving, kept driving. Right there, good stop, but look at how he spins, drives, keep moving forward. That was second, third effort that got Trinity that first down.
It's a nice spot of the ball, too. He got to that 45, no doubt about it. You see head coach Willie Tillman, a 4-year wide receiver out of Purdue University, played back in the late 90s. Quick throw up to midfield is complete to the 50-yard line. First time for Khalid Humphreys, the senior out of Georgia, with his 12th catch of the year.
Great tackle on that play.
Pick up a 5.
Great open field tackle here. Boom, that's perfect.
Nick
Just how you
Mabudis.
teach it, yeah.
Nick Mabudis, a freshman as a safety, having a heck of a year.
He's played bigger than a freshman, I'll say that.
He is. 3 interceptions, one in each of the last 3 games for number 30. Pass out of the backfield to Derek Lowe. A great tackle, probably saves a first down, makes it 3rd down and 3. Was that Mabudis again, number 30?
Looked like it.
I believe it was. The pass was out to Derek Lowe.
Well, they're trying to get these short passes, and St. Francis is doing a great job rallying the ball and not giving them any yards after the catch. So they're looking to try and get the ball at some speed, get them out the edge. But St. Francis secondary do a tremendous job of defending and particularly tackling. Real impressed with the tackling out there tonight.
3rd down and 3 for Trinity. Dropping back is Mickle. Nothing doing, and down he goes. Pat Stroja, the one to grab him by the feet. First sack of the game for the St. Francis defense.
Only a 3-man rush, but look at the push. Look at the discipline of the ends. Look, he didn't get too far upfield, Pat did. He spun back to the inside, did a little reverse spin back to the inside as the quarterback started to step up. Took away any running lane.
Stroja and Cam Holman combined for the sack. Brings up 4th down and 9. They're going to have to punt it away, which is always a dangerous proposition for the opponents of St. Francis when you got number 1 standing back there. Low kick. Scotty's going to try it. Up the right hash. Look at the spin. Trying to reverse field, but caught up with at the 28-yard line. Not much of a return, about 3 yards or so.
He made 3 guys miss within a 5-yard area there.
He makes them think about it, doesn't he? He is a dangerous, dangerous returner. 2 weeks ago against Siena Heights, Scotty won the game for the Saints after a safety, and then he returned the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown to give the Saints a 19-14 win against St. Ambrose, or make it Siena Heights. And you see the return there.
He's amazing. I bet when he was growing up on the playground, when they played tag, he was never it.
First down for his younger brother, Sam, in the offense. Tight end DeJuan Gavin left of the formation. He looked at him and he couldn't find him. He's wide open now, throws it to Gavin at the 42. He'll turn and pick up a few extra inside the 30-yard line down to the 28.
Gavin was covered for about the first 6-7 yards, but then he broke through and Scott rolled to his left to make a play here. Look at how he gets out of that. Throws on the run, beautiful.
Quick to the line go the Saints. They're going to keep it on the ground. Dan McLaren trying to put a stiff arm out there. Picks up about 4 yards after the 45-yard pass play to DeJuan Gavin. Put him just outside of the red zone for the 2nd time today. Great kid, number 11. Big fan of Dan McLaren. He's spent his time here at St. Francis a couple of years, is waiting for an opportunity. Had a couple of really good running backs ahead of him as the final seconds tick off here in the first quarter. But number 11, Danny, finally getting an opportunity to see the field a bit more, trying to make the most out of it. End of 1. It is 8-0 Saints. USF driving here on their 3rd possession of the ball game. We'll see how they ended up in just a little bit. We'll take a break here on the USF Sports TV Network.
The University of St. Francis really has made a very positive impact on my life. I've made some of my best friends here, grown as a person, and I feel it has given me the tools to have a successful career. USF has a very warm and welcoming atmosphere, and it was something I couldn't get at any other school that I visited.
It just felt like I was at home as soon as I stepped on campus.
Being located in Joliet, it's kind of like a hidden gem. It's not too far from home, but it's far enough where you can get that kind of getaway college experience that people want. It's a good little college community.
The thing I love most about University of St. Francis is the staff. They're always there for you day or night. You're not just another statistic to them. you're important to them. They know your name, and their one goal is to see you walk across that stage and to have a successful life.
The love is
Welcome back here, quarter number 2. We'll start with a 2nd and 6 for St. Francis. Into the end zone it goes, leaping for the ball, just missed it. Jason Hartsfield had a paw on it in the back of the end zone, but couldn't haul it in. That'll be 3rd down.
We had 2 receivers right in the same area, and that had to be a mix-up on routes or something. As you look here, we got 2 guys right there, and that brings an added defender over. Somebody might have ran a wrong route in that situation.
Take a look at some first quarter stats. Sam Tumulty 5 for 8 on the opening quarter. Sacked 1 time, but has 64 yards, including a 45-yard play to DeJuan Gavin. Timeout called on the field. I believe St. Francis called the timeout. DeJuan Gavin with 1 catch for 45. Trenton Perry has a catch for 20. Jason Hartsfield with a pair of catches for 11 yards. Dezion Jordan has a catch as well. Trenton Perry, his first catch of the season. Nice to see him get involved in the offense as well. Leading the rushing game is Keenan Haley. 4 carries for 21 yards. Sam Tumulty has 4 carries for 13 and the lone touchdown for St. Francis. Nick Mabutis leading the defense so far with 3 tackles. Holman and Stroja both have 3 as well. Here we go, 3rd and 6 for St. Francis. Into the wind now. Design run here for Sam. Cuts it up between the hash marks, down inside the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 4, but it brings up 4th down and 3.
Again, that quarterback power play where they got a lead blocker with their back, pull the backside.
They will go for it here on 4th down. Sam wants to throw it, rolling left, fires left, has Hartsfield wide open at the 12, cuts it back, looking for the end zone. The ball came out, but I think he was down. He will be down just shy of the goal line, and I can tell you, Jason Hartsfield really wanted that touchdown. Would have been his first of the season.
Yeah, it was an excellent pass play. They pressed coverage, they ran the corner off, so you're one-on-one with a safety there on the out route. And that's a difficult route to cover when you got inside coverage, trying to cover them to the outside. When they rolled that corner up, they knew they could clear that zone with one-on-one and a deep route, and then brought them underneath for a big gain.
Hartsfield just had 1 catch for 4 yards coming into today. They're going to keep it on the ground here on the goal line and score it into the end zone.
Right, they made that easy. That was great blocking up front on the goal line there. Good to see Keenan get in the end zone.
First time he has found the end zone this season. Behind some nice blocking up front by his offensive line on the interior. Matt Knudsen, Logan Miller up front, Sal Campana the center as well. Not going to go for 2 this time. Brian Madey's out for the extra point. Eric Maffey to hold it. Snap is a good one. Holds down from Eric. Low kick. Did it make it over the crossbar? It did, barely. Might have been blocked.
It's a good thing he hit it in the left corner of that where it's tilted there.
Yeah, right.
Got it over. That was a great 4th down conversion in that drive was excellent. You know, it was a great play call. We ran off the corner, had great one-on-one. Beautiful pass. Great. I thought it was an excellent call, and it just set up a touchdown for Keenan.
The drive goes 6 plays for 72 yards and took 2 minutes and 15 seconds, ending with the 1-yard touchdown run for Keenan Haley. First one of the year for Keenan. He's been running too hard all year long for that to be his first touchdown. Glad he finally found the end zone. 15 zip, St. Francis on top here, looking for their 2nd conference win of the season down at Missouri Baptist. Just an ugly game from really both sides. St. Francis defense kept them in it. Offense sputtered a bit. Only 3 completions in the entire game last week for St. Francis. All of them came in the first series of the game. Besides that, they just had to run the ball. Angled kick. One of the upbacks will fair catch it at the 27. St. Francis ran the ball 50 times last week for 135 yards. That's only a 2.7-yard average. As you see the short kick ending in the fair catch.
Yeah, you can see how all the different things St. Francis works on in their kicking game. You know, they kicked it deep the first time. This way they hit a high dump kick to a person who doesn't usually handle the ball well. You may get a fumble there, but again, it's good coverage, or they got him back on a 27. So all these different things that they work on their specialty team is great to see. Great to see them run them successfully.
Mickle hands off to Lowe. He finds a hole for the first time today. Takes it up to the 36. 8-yard, a long 7 there maybe for Trinity International.
Tumulty on the tackle again. Just steps up from the safety position and makes a great tackle here.
Big hole for him on the right side of that line before Tumulty ends the run at the 35-yard line. It's Derek Lowe, the senior running back for TIU. Hand off to Derek again. Oh, Scott Tumulty laying the wood on that play. A gain of 2, though, for Derek will bring up 3rd and 1, but what a collision.
One of the reasons they were successful is they're running a lead blocker, like a blast play up the middle, but then Tumulty read it so fast. This second time they ran it, he was right up there to stuff it. Here's a defensive back, great runner, playing like a linebacker.
Sure.
That was a tremendous read on his part to hit it, to fill that gap so fast.
3rd and 1 for Trinity.
They got the big lead blocker in the backfield again here. See if they run to the right side.
Trinity 1 for 3 on 3rd down. I don't think they're going to get it. It's going to be 4th down, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they lined the wing up, the big wing, and they pulled him, and he didn't follow the pull. He ran right where he left, so there was one less blocker there. Look at right there. See where he pulled it, and he ran right where he left. And if he would have followed his trap, maybe he could have got it.
Nick Francikovich, the freshman out of Lockport, with the tackle. 4th and 1. Trinity's going to go for it here on their own 37. Pistol formation. Mickle goes underneath center, trying to sneak it. Ball comes out. It doesn't matter who comes up with it. It's going to be Saints football.
Boy, did St. Francis defensive line had tremendous leverage, got underneath the offensive lineman of Trinity, drove him back. The quarterback had no chance after the snap. His center was pushed right into him. Watch this. Underneath. Look at how they pushed him back. Center pushed right into him. Then off the edge, we came tight and made the tackle off the edge. It's double team.
I did not see who came up with the football. Just for housekeeping purposes, we'd like to know if it was a turnover on downs or a turnover by fumble. But either way, St. Francis will have the football with a very short field at the Trinity 37.
Be nice to come out with a big pass here. Sudden change. Take a shot.
They're going to say the fumble was recovered by Trinity, so it's a turnover on downs. Jet motion, but Sam's going to try to keep it up the left hash. He'll pick up about 5 on the quarterback keeper.
That's a staple in their offense, isn't it? Where they fake the jet, run their quarterback up. Look at the hole there, nice hole. Our lead blocker got jammed a little bit in there, but again, Sam makes a great cut and gets positive yards.
It's just fun to watch him play. Play action. Sam hit as he's thrown. It's caught by Eldridge right at the first down stick, maybe a foot or two shy. Nice to see number 9 get a catch. Liam, the senior out of San Clemente, California.
People realize the degree of difficulty to fake, get your feet set and throw the ball that fast, and then to be that accurate with a guy in your face.
Press coverage on Liam here on the left. Corners are off on the right side of the formation. Low snap picked up, handoff still completed. up the middle to the 11-yard line, and the first down for St. Francis. James Zillinger, number 38, the freshman out of West here in Joliet. A nice first down. Nice job by Sam to pick up the low snap, and great job by James to make a few miss. Quickly to the line they go. Zillinger left side, cuts it back up the hash marks. Not quite as many yards that time. Pickup of 1, maybe 2.
I like what St. Francis is doing with tempo too. With the no-huddle offense, they could take their time, get a play in, or they can come up and quick snap you. Particularly as you see Trinity substituting players in and out. That makes it difficult to get your subs in. Adjusting that tempo has really seemed to give St. Francis offense a good rhythm. Got Haley back in.
St. Francis will bring a running back in for a wide receiver. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Play action, but Sam's going to keep it right up the middle to the 5. And a first down, first and goal for St. Francis at the 4-yard line.
It's the same play they ran earlier off the jet motion. This time it was just off the straight play fake, having Keenan go to the right, and then Sam Tumbledy takes the ball right up the middle. I think that's probably one of their best plays that they run. That's one of their favorites.
And bringing another wide receiver in for the running back. Hartsfield back in right slot. Snap is a good one. They hand off Zillinger looking for the goal line. He is shy of it. He picks up 2, second and goal from the 1-yard line here for USF.
I tell you, Zillinger showed great patience in letting that blocking get set up. He's started a little bit outside the left, made a nice jump cut to the inside.
Quick pace here from the Saints offense. Same play and same result. Touchdown. James Zillinger takes it in. His first touchdown of the season for the freshman out of Joliet West.
Great job of blocking on the left side of the line that time. They just caved the whole defensive line in and walked right in for the touchdown.
Matt Alston, right tackle by Trey for 77 right there, playing left tackle on that play. Made the great seal block to free Zillinger. Another touchdown for the Saints. Third score of the game as Madej lines up for the extra point. Snap's good. Maffey gets the hold down. That kick's a little better than the previous one. And it's 22-0. Saints lead it. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. That drive took just over 2.5 minutes. 7 plays, 37 yards after a turnover on downs. They forced a fumble deep inside Trinity territory.
Well, that was a big play on 4th down. Very seldom do you see a team lose yardage on a sneak. But again, our defensive line with great leverage forced the center back into the quarterback, created the fumble, got the ball over on downs, and did a great job of running the ball down the field that series. That was great offensive line play as they drove down for that touchdown.
Madej tees it up, ready to get things going here for the Saints with 9 minutes to go in the first half as the wind blows it off the tee again. That gives you an indication how strong the wind is blowing here at Memorial Stadium. Right into the face of Brian as he's about to kick the ball. So let's track the ball flight here and see how strong that wind is once you get the ball in the air.
See if he dumps it again.
Yeah, it comes off the tee. It's like Linus and Lucy out here.
0-1.
Just Lucy took the ball away from Charlie Brown.
0-1 to count.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. You know what's interesting here is the
Lucy.
Whoop, yeah, he just missed that.
There we go.
Terrence Nicholson will put a finger on the ball as Madej kicks it off.
Yeah, they brought that guy up to hold the ball. They got to get another man over on the other side of the formation. There they go.
Ryan directing some traffic there before the kick. He's still having the conversation here. Let's go. All right. Ryan's ready. Oh, we might have a flag. No. Return for the 20, but muffed on the whistle. The whistle came in before that play really developed. I'm not sure how you blow that dead as he's about to catch the ball. I couldn't quite might get the very brief explanation of the play.
With the whistle being blown during the middle of the play, they're going to have to re-kick this.
Right? And Coach Curry having another conversation with one of the officials there. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. And now they're bringing the kicking team off the field. So is the kick going to... I think they're just... Okay, so the official's still standing at the point on the field where the kick will come from. I think Coach Curry just wants to make sure everyone's on the same page before they go kick that ball again.
Is there did they stop play before the kick for some reason? I don't know.
I didn't hear a whistle until that ball was about to be caught by the return man.
Yeah, same here.
A couple of peculiar things happening with game management today. Let's see if they want to hold the ball again without even trying it, or are they going to... Brian's just going to tee it up. I've seen this movie before.
This is quite an operation trying to get this kicked off here. Here we go.
You're going to have to hurry. Yep, there it goes again. Who wants to hold it now? Looks like Dezion Jordan's going to hold instead of Terrence. At least it keeps each side equal that time. I promise we're going to play football here eventually. Okay. Pretty good kick considering the except it goes out of bounds. After all that, procedure penalty. that's how that entire series will end. Kicking it out of bounds. The wind is blowing that way, so I'm sure it had a bit of an effect. But you got to adjust for that.
Well, what happened is after they blew the inadvertent whistle, Trinity's knew what kind of kick we had there. We had that height down to our right. So they put everybody to the right, so we tried to kick it to the left where there's only one person there, and it ends up going out of bounds.
9 minutes. We've had 9 minutes to play in the half for the last 10 minutes. 2 wide to the left, 1 right here for Trinity. Motion man goes to the right side of the formation. St. Francis is going to bring some extra blitzers, and Mickle essentially just throwing that away to the feet of his receiver. Pressure right in his face. Nice blitz dialed up by Coach Curry and his defense.
Trinity tried to set up a screen to the right, and the pressure was just too great. A lot of times you want to allow those defensive linemen upfield to set up the screen, but you at least got to get a shot at him, get a little bump on him to slow him up a little bit. But they made him throw the ball away in the ground. A great play by a defensive line over there.
St. Francis defense is at their best when they're blitzing, I feel.
There you go.
On the ground, hit at the line of scrimmage, fell forward for 1 yard. Was Javier Acosta, the junior running back for TIU out of Stark, Florida.
And just as you said that, our middle linebacker blitzed on that play, kind of blew that thing up.
3rd and 1 for St. Francis. You see the big nose tackle for USF, Michael Johnson, having a great season so far. 52, junior out of great football school, IC Catholic. 3 tackles for a loss. 2 of them have been sacks for number 52 this year. Mickle's going to go on the move. Here comes Oshikai Ebakumi. And leveled by Michael Johnson. Right on cue, young man. First sack of the game for Mike Johnson from his nose tackle spot.
Man, he just exploded through that tackle.
Oshikai Ebakumi got the initial pressure.
Yes, he did.
But it was Mike Johnson who finished it off.
There, Mike. Well, they're playing hard all the way to the whistle. You know, it's great to see how the effort that we're seeing out there by the Saints today. They've been playing hard all year, but boy, it's showing up today.
I think Trinity wants a timeout here on 4th down and about a mile. 7.5 to go. It's 22-zip. St. Francis. You know what's interesting is the parallels that these two programs have taken. And there was a story you told before the game that I did not know. And it's very possible this Trinity program may not even exist without the St. Francis program, namely Gordy Gillespie. Can you tell the story about how Gordy Gillespie helped this Trinity International football program come into existence?
Well, as you know, St. Francis started their football program in 1986. Gordy Gillespie started the program. I was one of his assistant coaches at the time, and he told me, he said, hey, we're going to take a ride up to meet with the young man who's going to start a football program at Trinity. He wanted Gordy to talk to him about how he was successful in starting a program, what he felt was the important things to do, and so on and so forth. So we met at a Burger King at the O'Hare Oasis above Route 294, and it was Leslie Frazier.
Yeah.
Leslie Frazier just finished up with the Bears, and Gordy, we spent 4.5 hours, and Gordy was amazing, telling him everything, and then they started their football program, and a lot of it had to do with the consultant from Gordy. Gordy's a big part of helping Trinity start their program, and Leslie Frazier was a true gentleman the whole time, and thoroughly enjoyed the meeting with him. And now he's defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. That's doing well. But, so Gordy Gillespie and St. Francis had an impact on the beginning of the Trinity program.
Pretty cool story right there. Of course, Leslie Frazier, DB for the Chicago Bears in '85, had a pick in the Super Bowl. Actually injured his knee as where pretty much his career ended.
Yeah, it was on like a reverse play on a punt or something they ran.
Yep. It just his career it was prime of his career too. He could have gone on for a few more years, but after that happened and they realized that he couldn't really play anymore, he wanted to get into coaching, and he started the program at Trinity with some help from Gordy Gillespie, we find out just now.
It was a fantastic meet. Gordy's amazing. Went through every aspect from developing staff, recruiting, scholarship, off season. He working with administration. He was amazing, and him and Leslie were friends. Continue to be friends at that meeting up there at Burger King.
4 hours at a Burger King. That's where the Trinity program really got its start. How about that?
And Gordy liked the free refills on the pop. That's why we went there.
What kind of pop was it Gordy Gillespie drinking? Was he an orange pop kind of guy?
He was a Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You see the GG emblem there on the back of the St. Francis helmets, honoring one of the greats here in Joliet. At JCA, at Lewis, and here at St. Francis.
How fortunate are we, all of us, to play for him and coach with him, but how our community to have Gordy for all those years. We were blessed to have that man.
Here's Sammy, incomplete to DeJuan Gavin, right through his hands. And if you track Leslie Frazier's career, even after that, it's super impressive. I mean, he spent 8 seasons coaching Trinity International. Ended up being their winningest coach with 33 wins, as you see the incomplete pass here to DeJuan. And he remains the winningest coach in TIU program history, 51% winning percentage. In '97, he took a job down at U of I where he coached DBs, and then he got hired by first-year head coach in the NFL, Andy Reid, to coach the Philadelphia Eagles defensive backs. And went on to be an assistant later after that for Cincy and Indianapolis and Minnesota, where he was hired up there to work with Brad Childress, another local guy from Aurora. Brad Childress, an Aurora guy, and Childress got fired, and Leslie Frazier took over as the head coach from Minneapolis, and kind of followed his career all the way to now with Buffalo Bills, the associate head coach in D.C., and doing amazing things with one of the best NFL teams in the league right now. So.
Without a doubt, and how about Andy Reid seeing something to Leslie and getting us started?
Everyone did. I mean, everyone did. Whenever Leslie Frazier lost a job, he was picked up nearly immediately. And that's why Trinity International plays at Leslie Frazier Field up there at Deerfield. Named the field after him.
But it was just the gentleman that he was, and he wrote everything down and all the questions. It was me sitting there being the fly on the wall. It was a great moment for me. I was writing a lot of things down as well. It was just a great day to be with Gordy and Leslie and listen to those two talk.
Third down here for St. Francis. Feel like we ignored the game there for just doing a little storytelling around the campfire. Here's Sam Tumulty. Checks it down to Gavin. Up at the 41, hit immediately, no yards.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, great tackle made by the Trinity DB.
I think that was his check down. He was looking upfield for a little deeper route, intermediate route, and check down. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get too many yards after the catch.
4th down, I assume they're going to try to punt it here. 19 on the play clock, 6:17 to go here, first half. That was the player who made the tackle, number 20, Don Dillon, sophomore out of Chicago.
They're going to let this run down and take a timeout, I think.
Definitely in no hurry. They went through a couple of rough years, Trinity, after Leslie left. Several different coaches before Willie Tillman took over a couple of years ago. He was a 4-year wideout at Purdue University. He actually coached for the last 20 years at places like Valdosta State, I believe D2 program. He started a program down at Florida Tech. He coached at Florida A&M and Murray State. Actually was a coaching fellow, had a coaching fellowship with the Baltimore Ravens before taking his first head coaching job here at Trinity International.
Wow, he's got some experience behind him.
Sure does.
You know, you look for him to try and turn things around here.
You want to talk about turning things around. His very first game as head coach for TIU was a win, which broke a 17-game losing streak for the Trojans.
Wow.
So yeah, I think they like who they have running things here for Trinity. It's a matter of time before he starts recruiting and getting some talent. And what's interesting about Trinity's roster too is a lot of the teams in the MSFA are such regional teams. They recruit their regions very well. You see a lot of Joliet and Indiana kids here for St. Francis. You can look at the Marion universities and USF Indianas, and it's all Indiana kids for them. But for Trinity, they go nationwide. It's Texas, it's Maryland, it's Florida, it's Georgia, it's Idaho. Kids from all over the place coming to Trinity International, which I suppose they live up to their name. Huh? Beautiful punt by Brian Madej, a boomer, and it's down inside the 15. Best punt. It wasn't the longest punt. He put a 53-yarder on the board last week in St. Louis, but that was a pretty one with some impressive hang time from Brian Madej.
Yeah, again, Trinity starting out with terrible field position here thanks to that great punt.
That was into the wind too, by the way. Heck of a, probably held that up there for another second or two. Great job by 17. Brian Madej, the sophomore out of Orland Park. He averaged 31 yards a punt in the first week, 31 yards in week 2, but had a real rough week 3. He finally figured it out and had a couple of big punts down at Missouri Baptist and looking pretty good here today too.
Well, the best way to cut the wind is hit a spiral. And he did. That was a perfect spiral kick. Great hang time.
Acosta, the ball carrier. Another big
Logan
collision.
Again?
Yeah. Ooh. He's a little slow to get up. He might have to come off the field.
He's been playing very well, I think, Logan Johnson has today off that edge.
And Logan Johnson took a bit of a shot. You see the wind picking up. The game started with about a 13-mile-an-hour wind, and it looks like it's up to about 23, 25 now, judging by Old Glory blowing in the wind over Memorial Stadium here.
We always seem to have a lot of wind this time of year in the afternoon games here at the stadium.
You got the tailgaters upwind from the players. I wonder if they're getting a whiff from some of the cooking going on over there. Incomplete pass. Going for the wide receiver screen, brings up 3rd down and 5.
Well, you could see that the pressure from St. Francis has gotten into the head of the Trinity quarterback. He didn't even set his feet that time, Nick. He just caught it and threw it. And it had no chance of completing it. St. Francis was forcing him to rush things.
Tailgaters, Team Briscoe. Looks good. They got some chili down there? Might have some halftime plans here for you, Coach.
Well, you know, I coached with Mike Briscoe back in my days at Minooka, and his son played for us at Joliet Catholic. He's a great coach in his own right.
They finally get it into the hands of their playmaker, Bryce Thurman. Biggest play of the game so far for Trinity International, up to the 38-yard line and a 1st down. Just their 2nd first down of the game.
They're going hurry up here.
3 down linemen for the Saints. 3 linebackers. We'll see if they bring any extra pressure here on first. Freshman quarterback Mickle in the shotgun. Screen again to the left side. That's incomplete. Intended for Khalid Humphreys, the senior. Heard footsteps.
St. Francis done a very nice job of defending those screens tonight. I think they've thrown about 6 of them so far. And look at them cut off the block right there. And actually got tackled by the offensive player from Trinity. A little bit of a hold there.
2nd down and 10 for TIU at their own 39-yard line. They're going to send the trips receivers right this time. Mickle takes a snap. He gives Acosta running hard up to the 44-yard line. He'll pick up 5 yards, make it a 3rd and manageable for the Trojans. As we approach 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, they put the 3 receivers to the one side, and they're running that way because they've drawn that 3rd linebacker, had to walk out to cover. So they have 1 less guy to block when they ran that play off the right side. See if they 3 tight end and 2 receivers again.
Ooh, who jumped? It looks like Mike Johnson says the offensive line. At least he's selling it pretty well. Oh, Mike, he's a character, man. He's fun.
He enjoys playing, doesn't he?
He sure does, man. He loves getting after it. They're going to put some fresh defensive linemen in there. Oshikaya, Bakumi, Pat Stroja. They got the pass rushers in now here on 3rd and 10. Keep an eye on number 3. You want to find an athletic DN, you're not going to find many more athletic than him. Oshikaya Bakumi, the junior out of Hinsdale South.
Yes.
He is fun to watch, too. You know when you're laying on your back and you kind of kick your feet up and you can land on your feet? He was doing that pregame. You want to talk about athleticism? There he is. So we almost got there. Mickle got the ball out quick enough, but it's going to be incomplete. Scott Tumulty, Nick Mabudis there to bat it away, bringing up 4th down for TIU.
Came out with interesting formation there. Real tight double wing. They ran some crossing routes there, but there's no way they were going to get a 1st down with that pattern there. But it was interesting. They had the 3 receivers, and they had a nice completion earlier in the drive, and then they come to a real tight formation. They're more of a running set to try to throw out of it. And St. Francis, great job defending.
Snap back to the punter. Oh, and it takes a real nice Trinity bounce to the 10-yard line, and they'll down it at the 9. Tumulty lets it roll with 3:24 left to go here first half. St. Francis defense still pitching the shutout. See what happens here with 3.5 minutes. Just keep it on the ground.
I think it's a good opportunity to work your, maybe to get out of the, get maybe out past the 20. But I think it's a good opportunity to work on your 2-minute drill, your, hurry up offense or whatever. If you get into that point, we still got quite a bit. 3:24 left. So I think they got all their timeouts. I think they'll mix it up here.
Run play on first. Looked like it was Haley, lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage that time. Tackle made by Logan Shears, the middle linebacker out of Moscow, in Idaho.
Just lost our block there. I mean, we had him, and then just.
They got James Williams in there to run the ball as well. Number 24 for St. Francis, the freshman from Evergreen Park.
We got to finish our blocks. Our right tackle did not finish his block on that play.
Snap back to Sam. Now he's going to throw. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback draw, but he's bottled up immediately as well. Lucky for him to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice stop by Elijah Kalu, the senior.
If we're going to run a quarterback draw that quick, we got to get a block up on that linebacker. As you can see here, number 90 comes through clean.
Jeremy Walton.
He wasn't fooled at all. We need to get a body on him.
As a defensive unit, you can do pretty well against St. Francis if you just keep an eye on 32. More times than not, he's the dangerous one.
Yeah. Running and throwing, yes.
Third down for St. Francis.
They're letting clock run here.
We'll call a timeout here with 2:05 to go. Coach Curry is going to talk some things over. You see him down there in the brown hoodie. 11th year head coach. Actually was the Midwest Coach of the Year a few times. Last one in 2015. His 22nd year with the program. He was obviously 4 as a player. Played on the defensive line. 7 years as the defensive coordinator for St. Francis under Slovic and Uremovich, I believe.
Yeah.
Then took over head coaching duties when Mike Uremovich left. He's actually tied for the longest tenured head coach with Mike Slovic. Slovic had 11 years as well, from 94 to 2004. But Coach Curry does have the most wins in program history, 52, eclipsing Gordy Gillespie last year. You want to talk about a saint, man. He's Saints through and through. He bleeds brown and gold, that guy.
He does. He does. We worked, when I was at Joliet Catholic, we did some combined youth camps together, and him and his staff were just amazing. And I always enjoyed working with Joe, and Joe coming to recruit our kids. And
quarterback keeper for Sam Tumulty, spinning at the line of scrimmage.
He's amazing, man.
It's going to bring up fourth down. Yeah, he ran about 30 yards, only picked up about 4. I think they're going to stop the clock here.
Trinity called timeout.
Was it a timeout or out of bounds? See the play again here. Bit of a broken play. He was chased down by Jalen Norris, 99. Made a few miss there, but ran out of real estate at the boundary. Fourth down for St. Francis. Brian Madej is going to punt it. He's got the wind at his back. No. Is it a crosswind?
It's kind of a crosswind coming out of the west here.
Crosswind from Madej's right to left. There's Brian standing in his end zone. Good snap. It's a nice boot on it. Short kick. And that's a muff.
There you go.
Yep, muff catch. St. Francis says they have it. Yes, they do. St. Francis will take it over at their own 44-yard line. That is a tough play to make when you're running up on the ball. The wind's just swirling around.
Yeah, it's like a knuckleball coming at you. And
just let that one bounce probably, right?
Yeah, that might have been a little too far for him to run. But I think he misjudged that a little bit.
There's a penalty on Trinity International as well. St. Francis with a decline, and they'll take over.
All right, see what we can do here. 1:43 left in the half.
Great opportunity to work on some things here.
See if we can move this ball right down the field. And they've been running quick tempo plays too, so it's part of the offense. It's not just in a 2-minute situation. They work at it throughout the game. So we got one timeout left.
I believe that's Williams on the left side of Sam Tumulty. Here comes pressure. Down he goes. Sacked for the second time today. Off the edge, unimpeded, was Jeremy Walton. His 5th sack of the season. He's a big boy right there coming off the right side.
Well, he just ran right by number 77. Number 77 never got set. It just blew right by him. Is that Matthew Alston?
Yep. Second down for the Saints. They lose 7 yards on the play. Haley on the carry. Looking for the edge. Delivers the blow at the end of the play. To Steve Williams, the cornerback.
He got those 10 yards back.
Yep.
Timeout.
We're going to add a few seconds to the clock as well. They're going to put about a minute 1 up on the game clock. And Keenan Haley coming off the field like, whew, that's a big hit. Third down and 10 for St. Francis after the sack and run by Keenan Haley. DeJuan Gavin motions to the right side of the line. Safeties for Trinity switch sides. Here's Sam to throw on third down to the sideline. It is caught by Jordan. They needed 10 yards. They got 12 inside TIU territory. The clock will stop with 56 seconds to go.
Jordan did an excellent job on that route with his stem route, driving them down the field and creating the gap to run his out route. Look at the separation he had there. Fantastic route, great throw, move the chains.
11-yard pickup for St. Francis up to the 45. Under a minute to play. Sam lets it fly. Trenton Perry catches at the 38. No one within
get up quick.
5 yards of him.
Let's go. Get up on the ball.
TIU not in a hurry to get up off the receiver. He picks up 8 yards.
Sam is really seeing the field well today, isn't he? He's throwing the ball well. We called our
Trinity called that timeout, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. TIU called the timeout here. It's going to be second down and 2 for St. Francis, 22 zip. St. Francis had been outscored every single quarter. They've been outscored in the first and the second and the fourth. Third quarters have usually been the best for St. Francis, so hopefully we've got even the best yet to come for St. Francis. You see Coach McCarthy there with the long hair talking to his offense. He's been the head coach, as long as I remember.
Okay, came from Ferris State. He was outstanding quarterback at Ferris State. Back in the days of we played him, I think Slovak was the coach. I don't understand the timeout call on their part, unless they just didn't like the personnel or what they were in. Give us that extra time.
Second and
we'll take
2
it.
For St. Francis. Defensive line shifts around.
Out route.
Nice ball out to Hartsfield, but he dropped it. Would have been a first down plus 8 or so. Looking for a 10-yard pickup, but
that route they hit. Trinity has not been able to cover that route all afternoon, where we run our outside receiver on the fly route and bring the slot receiver into the flat. They have not been able to cover that slot receiver into the flat. I would be surprised they don't come right back with it again to try and get a first down here.
Someone's got a drone flying over the field, too. I don't think the officials are going to be too happy about that.
I think that's Matichak.
Yeah. Where's Derek? Is he here?
There it is.
Out route again. You called it, Coach. Trenton Perry, his second catch of the game. That moves the chains for St. Francis. Under 30 seconds to go.
Shows the strength of Sam's arm to be able to throw those out routes, especially to the wide side of the field like he did the previous play.
Sam just 5'10", 185. 5'10" might be a little generous too.
Well, dynamite comes in small packages.
4 wide receivers and sacked again. Again, it was number 90, Jeremy Walton. He's having a heck of a day.
We can't block him. He's all over the place.
Walton at 6'1", 227. He's a freshman. They're going to have him for a few years out of Warren Township. Over 10 tackles for a loss now on the season for number 90. Got 5, will make probably 6 sacks now. 2 forced fumbles and a recovery.
His get off and his leverage is so good. He's so quick off the ball, and he's got tremendous leverage. Very difficult athlete to block, and his technique is so good. He gets underneath you, drives through, takes great angles to the quarterback.
I can't help but think whenever we see a local kid doing well for another team, like where were we on that recruiting effort? Why didn't we get our hands on Jeremy Walton? Yeah. Pretty happy with our D-line. They're playing so good.
My experience when I coach here recruiting is one of the most difficult.
Yeah. Like, we missed on that guy.
You can't take it personal. You recruit them all the best that you can.
Sorry to interrupt you here, Coach, but they are. Yeah, they're pointing up to the drone above the field. Like, nope, that's got to get out of here. And he's going to come over to talk to Curry. Say, hey, tell your people to get the drone out of here. But it's not going anywhere either. It's still above the end zone here that the Saints are trying to get at. They moved it off. At least it's not over the playing field. It's over the track now. They're still saying, get it out of here. It's got to be one of the. It's got to be one of the fans over there. Oh, that's funny. It's so 2022, isn't it?
Isn't it, though?
All right, the drone has left the stadium, and we can play football here. 2nd down and 15 after the sack. Sammy.
Look at it.
Out to Dezion Jordan.
Now you tell me.
He just snuck that in there, too. That was 2 feet from becoming at least a pass.
7-yard gain. It's a 50-yard throw, 40-yard throw for a 7-yard gain to throw that ball.
Sam's going to spike it down. Are they going to try for a last-second field goal here with 6 seconds?
I would think so.
Brian. Yep.
Great to get that yardage to get you in field goal range. Great job by the Saints offense and Sam to direct that drive, get a quick pass, get a spike, and get the kicking team on the field.
Brian is 1 for 1 on field goal attempts. He made from 24 against Siena Heights. He will try from 42 here with a pretty nasty win from his right to left. Snap's good. Kick has the leg. Fights through the wind.
Beautiful.
And nails it. Beautifully done by Brian Madej, negotiating the win to tack on 3 more as the first half expires. 25-0. Dominant performance by St. Francis in the first half. We'll take a break up here at Joliet Memorial Stadium. We'll come back with some halftime numbers in the second half. You're watching St. Francis football on the USF Sports TV Network.
Please direct your attention to the field and welcome the USF team. The halftime performance was choreographed by juniors Aaron Willis and Go Saints!
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Nick and Coach Sharp with you. It's 25-20. St. Francis in full control of this one as they look to improve on their 2-2 record, get another conference win under their belt. You take a look at some numbers. Well, it's really all St. Francis here today. St. Francis has 234 yards on 44 plays. For Trinity, half the amount of plays, but way less than half the amount of yards. 22 plays for TIU to just 36 total yards, 2 first downs. That's how good the St. Francis defense has been holding here today. Sam Tumulty, 12 for 18 through the air. His best passing performance of the season, 144 yards. On the ground, Sam Tumulty there as well. 12 carries for 25 yards and 1 touchdown. Behind him, it's been Keenan Haley, 6 carries for 29 yards. James Zillinger as well, 4 carries for 18 yards. 4 different receivers have at least 3 or at least 2 catches for St. Francis. Jason Hartsfield, Dezion Jordan, and Trenton Perry getting into that column for the first time this season. All 3 of those players with 3 grabs apiece. DeJuan Gavin has a pair of catches for 45 yards. Liam Eldridge has a 5-yard catch as well. Taking a look at things here, Coach Sharp, it's St. Francis in total control here. So when you know you're just having your day. You're having a great day on the field today. You're up 25-0 at the end of the first half. What's the focus that St. Francis had in that locker room? What's the message Coach Curry's trying to get to those players?
Well, I think the message is continue to get better, continue to improve. As you were reading off the stats there, I was thinking how balanced the offense is today.
Yep.
We're seeing a great mixture of run and pass. We're seeing them distribute the ball to many different players in the passing game. I know McCarthy feels a very good rhythm in calling plays out there. And he could throw, he could throw on the run, he could throw from the pocket, he could throw off the wrong foot, throw on the right. He's just amazing how he can release that ball and put it on target.
Defensively for St. Francis, Logan Johnson, Michael Johnson, and Cam Holman, all with 4 tackles to lead the team defensively. A couple sacks for St. Francis as well. That kickoff will bounce 5 yards into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick by Brian Madej. He's come on last couple of weeks. Brian's been a weapon here lately for St. Francis.
He's having a good day today, that's for sure.
Took a look at time of possession there in that first half too. St. Francis has the ball for a few seconds shy of 20 minutes of the 30 of the first half, ran double the amount of plays.
That's one of my favorite statistics when I was coaching.
TOP?
Keep their offense off the field and control the game with your offense.
Surprised we haven't seen the senior quarterback for Trinity International today. Melvin Babo. This pass looks like it might have been a lateral, but
it's a fumble.
There's a whistle. They blow it dead. That looks pretty clearly backward.
Now the referee blew the whistle, but the lines judge symboled it was a backward pass.
Yeah, the referee was giving the incomplete signal. The line judge, like you mentioned.
As soon as the ball was thrown, the lineman took his hand and pointed toward the backfield like it was a fumble.
Oh, that's a mistake. I'm sure we'll have a replay. We'll see. Watch what yard he threw the ball at and where it landed.
I don't think they saw the.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising.
The line judge did signal that it was a backward pass.
Gave Trinity International another possession, essentially. Second down after the incomplete pass. Mickle hands off to Acosta, looking for the edge, sealed up, and down he goes for a loss of 2. Nick Mabutis, the safety, to chase him down.
Boy, our safeties and linebackers are really closing today. They're closing speed. On these sweeps or quick screens at the outside. I'm real impressed with how quickly we're getting to the football.
Taking a look at some other games around the MSFA Midwest, a big one, St. Xavier Olivet Nazarene playing today. Olivet Nazarene just put a field goal on the board to draw within a touchdown with 2 minutes to go in the game in that one down in Bourbonnais. That'll have playoff implications for sure here in this conference. Mickle runs it, drops the ball. I believe he fell on top of it. A flag also came in behind the defense.
Well, Strosha made that play coming off the defense's right edge there. They ran a little stunt. They ran a little stunt where they took the outside linebacker, and watch how Strosha loops around and just forces the quarterback to step up, and then Oshikai was able to finish it.
He got the forced fumble. That brings up 4th down. So even without the lateral being called an incomplete, St. Francis will get the ball back. Cameron Outlaw will punt it away. Averages about 30.
There, we got it.
Great concentration by Dezion Jordan for his first touchdown of the season. Good on you, 82.
Looked like the Giants in the Super Bowl there.
The pass goes 64 yards for the score, and the Saints pending this extra point. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Oh, it did sneak through the upright there. 33-0 now. The Saints come out with a big strike.
Well, Dick, you said, you talked about how protection and tremendous job up front that Sam had all day.
It didn't really look like the defensive line was rushing the quarterback very much. I don't know if they were maybe respecting Sam's legs or what, but they just weren't getting after it.
Well, I think
take a look at the defensive line, not much action there. 64-yard strike to Dezion Jordan, first of the season, first of his career. I think so. I think that's the first touchdown for Dezion Jordan in his St. Francis career. Good for you.
It was a beautiful post pattern. He just ran by the safety, and you couldn't have thrown a better ball.
Yakking it up there with safety Jalen Cooper. That's going to be the first of many for Dezion. He is so fast. He's got the build. He's very tall, lengthy kid. And the wind, guess what? The wind blew the ball off the tee.
He's got that long stride, boy. It's hard to keep up with for those safeties.
He's a sophomore out of Harlem and Rockford, just 4 catches for 47 yards. Yeah, last year he only had 2 catches in the 5 games he appeared in. 2 catches for 15 yards last year, and finally got a touchdown. Midday squibs it, but offsides. Yeah, that's not the first time that's happened. It's the first time they blew the whistle on it, but it's definitely not the first time it's happened today. Oh, the ball fell off the tee. Did it really? You got a pretty decent kick on that. Oh my gosh. Does it have to be on the tee? So what? Can he?
I'm surprised.
Here, watch it again. Oh, yeah, look at, great camera work, guys. It just was tilting. The wind blew it just in the, right at the point where he tried to kick it. That's great.
That is excellent camera work there.
And a flag again. Dezion Jordan had to hold it. The kick is fumbled a bit at the 5. The return is on here for Cam Jones. He's wrapped up by the shoulder sleeve, but he's slung to the sideline, still on his feet, and finally out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, but we have a penalty flag. Yep, I believe right at the line of scrimmage where St. Francis kicked it off.
Well, we just have the hardest time getting the kick
What is going on here today?
One thing, I tell you what, I hope St. Francis fans realize to have a quarterback and the talent that we have here at Sam Tumulty, the way he could throw the ball, run, everything goes through him in the offense, and it's such a pleasure to watch. Just that last play, it's the first time we really ever seen him air it out this year, and he shows you the things he can do. I mean, we get this, continue to improve on offense, we're going to be a very difficult team to defend with Scott running the show, or Sam, I mean.
Yep. Here's Acosta on the carry. Biggest play of the game so far. Can Scott Tumulty track down the running back? He can. And he'll be rudely shoved out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. A big play for Trinity International. That's about a 60-yard carry for number 17, flipping the field for the Trojans here.
Oh, we got up. It looks like they took us upfield, and we had no contain there.
See Scotty racing him down, shoved him out of bounds.
Of course.
They mark it right at the 20-yard line.
Another effort play by Scott Tomatini.
Hand off again, but a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Neal there to stop him. That run goes for 57 yards, by the way. 2-yard pickup there on that one. 2nd down and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Well, this defense wants a shutout. We'll see how that play by Tomatini to save a touchdown, see if they can hold them down here.
Mickle in the shotgun. Quick throw to the right. Oh, look out! Oh, Angel Mata.
Boy,
and slow to get up there is Javier Acosta, the running back who caught the ball out of the backfield. Angel Mata had his sights on him. Great tackle right in the midsection.
Trinity's been trying to run these short routes, screen routes, and our secondary has been flying to the ball, making big plays on defense. None bigger than that. That was a great tackle.
No gain on it. 3rd down and 8 for Trinity. Mickle looking to throw into the end zone. Angel Mata's got his eyes on it.
There it is.
And the interception. The big pick on one, or big hit on one side, and the interception on the other. Angel Mata reels in interception number 3 on the season.
What a series by Angel there, with the great tackle and then the interception, and then it goes back to that hustle play by Scott Tomatini to make sure they didn't get in the end zone, and the defense comes up big in their red zone defense.
Liam Mickle throws his 7th interception of the season.
Perfect position by Angel there.
And he gets the turnover slam dunk. That's fun, man. They have a little, like a play school kids basketball hoop down there that if you get a turnover, you slam dunk it and you sign your name on the backboard.
Probably a Nerf set they have in the dorm. They probably play.
Here's Sam Tumulty to throw right down the middle. DeJuan Gavin's open in the middle of the field, and he's got some room. Open field tackle at the 50-yard line.
That's the guy we talked about in the pregame. He's having a pretty good day today. Gavin is a special player. Great throw, great protection. Look at the protection here.
I think a lot of receivers are going to have good days when our offensive line has a good day.
Yes. Running those vertical routes. Same thing, we got 2x2 up here.
31-yard strike to the middle of the field here for St. Francis on the first play of this series. Hartsfield is wide open, but he missed him and down the middle of the field. Found the first down to Liam Eldridge, though, out near the 35-yard line. 14 yards for the first down, but my goodness, Liam Eldridge was wide open down the
wide open. I saw that, but Sam was flushed to his right a little bit. It was hard probably for him to see him and come back. Once he got flushed, he was only vision of half the field. But again, excellent routes. We had the out route up there at top, and he's able to hit him right on the money.
Another 2x2. Sam, a little pressure this time. Now he's going to have to run, but he's got one to beat. He's going to pick up the first down easy and trot out of bounds at the 20-yard line while he looks behind him for something. Another first down for St. Francis on a 15-yard carry by Sammy.
That's what Sam brings. It's so dangerous because now you run everybody off on route. Defensive line get upfield, and he could pick a hole, a seam, and just pick up a first down anytime he wants.
Clock stops as he goes out of bounds. First down for St. Francis at the 21.
They like this formation. There it is, right.
Checks down to Jordan. Spun down at the 15. A nice pickup of about 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
I really like what they're doing in this series. Working the passing game. No huddle. They're staying in that balanced formation. 2 receivers to either side.
Dan McLaren, the running back.
Just playing a cover 3 zone over here.
Play action. Sammy looking in the end zone, tried to force one into Liam Eldridge that time. Incomplete pass.
I don't know if Sammy saw that linebacker get deep in his drop. Got deep in that hook curl zone. And the 2 drop there. Tried to force one in. See him get the deep drop right there.
Great game going on down in Bourbonnais. Olivet Nazarene trying to come back. Final minute of the game, down a touchdown, and they have the ball. 3rd down here in Joliet, 3rd and 4 for St. Francis. Sammy's going to keep it, going left. Shoulders down to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 and a first down for the Saints.
Direction, fake to the right. Sam keeps it to the left. Good blocking out on the edge here by our wide receivers.
Looks like Olivet went for it on 4th down, under a minute to go, and they threw an incomplete pass, so St. Xavier's going to probably hold on to that one.
Perry threw a nice block on the edge there.
Tight end left, 2 wide receivers right. Hand it off. Nope, Sammy's trying to keep it inside. He dives for about 2 yards. 2nd down and goal coming up from the 3.
That defensive end is key in the quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if they run that play again and give it to the halfback. Defensive end is really reading Sam there.
James Williams, 24 on the right. Dan McLaren, 11 on the left of Sam Tumulty. They switched sides. They were opposite the play before. They don't give it to McLaren. Sam's going to keep it, racing for the pylon, dives, and I'm not sure how you say no as he knocked over the pylon, but they're going to say he was short. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-inch line. Take a look again. Did he step out of bounds? Or knee go down? Okay, yeah. Well,
yeah, maybe we can't see where the ball was. Here's a sneak.
And trying to sneak, pushing the pile. That's a touchdown. Touchdown Saints. They're going to add 7 more. Well, 6 more right now, up to 38 with Brian Madej coming on to add the extra point.
Beautiful series there, especially for Sam, throwing and running. Offensive line did a wonderful job of protection. Receivers running very good routes. Coach McCarthy's got to be very pleased with that track.
Gotta love it. 5.5 minutes, covers 80 yards on 9 plays. It ends with another Sam Tumulty touchdown.
Well, when we talked to Coach Curry in the pregame, felt that the offense could have a breakout game today, and they certainly have. And it seems like everyone on the offense is contributing.
Sam Tumulty actually doing more damage to the air today than with his legs. 16 for 23 for 259 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Tumulty has rushed it 17 times for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Bernie having a great time out here on a beautiful fall evening at Joliet Memorial Stadium. (39-0). St. Francis has won 5 in a row against TIU. They're 5-0 here in the friendly confines of Memorial Stadium. Last year was a 42-21 win for St. Francis, who scored on their first 5 possessions of that game. Outscored TIU 492-276. And of that 492 yards last year for St. Francis, 433 were on the ground. Wow. A bit of a flip today is a nice return by Humphreys. Dragged down shy of midfield.
Trinity did a nice job of blocking for a middle return there. Humphreys showed a lot of patience.
Last year against TIU, sorry to interrupt you, Coach. Last year against TIU, Sam Tumulty ran 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Over 10 yards a carry.
He ran for 200 last year, and he's throwing for 200 this year. Huh?
Yep. Ran for 250 last year and throwing for 250 this year. Don't shortchange him. You have a flag on the play, I think. First down after a nice return, and the penalty to add a few more yards into St. Francis territory. Mickle will throw. It is complete, and a broken tackle. Race up the sideline, and out of bounds goes Cam Jones. I know they're excited about him. He's a freshman wideout out of Texas. It was really the first opportunity he's had to get his hands on the ball.
Well, we kind of lunged at that tackle, didn't bring our legs and run through it. Was able to bounce off, as you can see here. Watch how we kind of lunge at it, and our legs, no legs, and driving through that tackle. He's able to bounce out and get some big yards.
First down for TIU. Second time inside St. Francis territory. First one ended up with an interception in the end zone. This one is a 3-yard pickup on the ground here on first down.
Nice job again up front, the linebackers, and there's Scott Tumblety right in the middle of it again. He reads so quickly. He comes up and fills the gap.
Second down and 5 here for the Trojans. Freshman Mickle will be in the shotgun. Acosta on his left hip. And a false start on TIU. They're going to give those 5 yards back. Elsewhere in the MSFA, out on the mid-east side, Concordia, Michigan, downing Siena Heights 23-16 in overtime. St. Xavier, that St. Xavier Olivet game was gone final. SXU winning 17-10. And that'll have a lot of implications as we go through the end of the year. If St. Francis can keep winning, St. Xavier keeps winning, well, those two teams are going to meet in the last game of the year. Here comes the blitz from St. Francis. They get to Mickle. Down he goes.
There's our guy.
That's your boy. Doesn't he just love playing football?
Oh,
look at the smile on his face. That's Nick Francikovic on a Lockport, a freshman. His third tackle for a loss this year. First sack.
He came hard off that edge, didn't he?
Did you give him the full sack on that? Or did he get a half one? What do you think?
I don't know.
I give
it to him.
He wasn't going anywhere.
He was going down, yeah.
Third down and 15 to go. Play action to Acosta. Here comes more pressure from the Saints. Does a nice job just to get rid of the ball. Back to the original line of scrimmage on the completion. Mickle running for his life on that play. Brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away. 4.5 to go here in the third quarter.
Another good defensive series by the Saints there. And all starting with the pressure up front.
Oh, the snap goes way over the head of the punter. He's just going to have to jump on it. Way back at the 23-yard line. Not much that Outlaw could have done with that one. Cameron Outlaw, the punter. St. Francis has another short field to tack on. Even more here in the third.
Wow. It's just what they didn't need, was it?
Yes, sir.
They had a chance to pin St. Francis with a punt, pin them back, and now it's a 25-yard line going in.
Cheering there, you're here for the T-shirt toss.
Love those free T-shirts.
Don't they know who you are? You get one of those T-shirts up here. Here's Tumblety dropping back to throw. Pressure's on. Can't evade again. The pressure was applied by Walton. Jalen Norris will get credit for the sack, because of course he was. Tell you what, that number 90, Jeremy Walton, is a monster.
He's been, he's been difficult to block the whole afternoon. Comes off that edge pretty quick. Let's see what we got here. Second about 18. Got Gavin at the wing here.
Here's Tumulty. Nice block. Plenty of time. We'll throw it away. Nothing much developed downfield. Nice coverage.
Very good coverage.
DBs.
Yeah, they were in the zone, and they just kind of, once Sam rolled out, it kind of limited the field, and they just were able to cover the layer routes there.
The largest margin of victory for St. Francis against Trinity International was 36-3 back in 2011. Here's a third down and long for USF. More pressure. And Sam making it work with his legs. He intended it for Hartsfield, airmailed it just a bit to bring up fourth down. Some more offensive line issues there.
Yeah, number 99, he just came off the edge, wide open. We didn't get a hand on him. And then Sam makes a great play to get a chance to get the ball off.
The closest game these two played. What?
He's gassed. Trying to chasing Sam all around. It's like Rocky trying to catch the chicken in Rocky.
That's Jalen Norris
chasing him all over the place.
The freshman defensive tackle out of Florida for TIU. He's been on the field a lot.
I'm sure Sam wears out a lot of defensive linemen trying to catch him.
Bidet punts it. Another one inside the 20. He put that one right at the 15. I was a little worried about Brian after that bad game he had. Kind of got in his head a bit, but he's come back the last 2 weeks and kicked the ball very well. And Tumulty almost caught that punt. Number 1, Scott Tumulty.
Yeah, it's once you see that kicking game come together, it's so important because it's the biggest geography change play in football is punting the ball.
You heard your Coach Curry talk about how they work on that during the week. They put a lot of time into their special teams.
They do. Before the St. Francis Indiana game, I came out. It was a Thursday, and that's all they worked at. All Thursday, worked out all their special teams, getting guys on and off, going through all the different kicking situations, fakes. Very well organized, and you could see the effort they put into it, coaching it. And then the kids execute it, and it ends. Last week it won them a game. Mm-hmm. You know,
twice.
You outplay teams in the special teams. And how many games do you see on all levels where it comes down to special teams at some point? So important.
2nd and 5 for TIU. On the ground, looks like Acosta will pick up 2. Nope, that was not Acosta. Pardon me. New running back in there is Elijah Clark, the sophomore from Port Huron, Michigan.
St. Francis defense has been just so difficult to run. They had that one big bust-out run on the one play, but other than that, they haven't gotten much out of running the ball between the tackles.
The first carry of the year for number 30, Elijah Clark. Looks like he's out of the game for that one play, and Acosta's back in. 2 minutes to go here in our third. St. Francis will rush 3. That's going to keep it on the ground. Acosta will pick up the first for TIU. Just the 5th first down of the game for TIU compared to the 21 for St. Francis. St. Francis with 112 rushing yards as a team, 259 through the air.
Briscoe in the game there, made a tackle. Getting some of the
Briscoe crews here. We got Oshikaya Vikumi still in the game. Ryan King, the nose tackle. He said 46 Max Briscoe on the other side. This one's complete to Cam. Head down at the 34-yard line for Cameron Jones.
I wonder if you see him take a shot down the field at all. They've been throwing all this short, quick passes, screens, back out of the backfield. Haven't seen Trinity try and take a shot down the field yet today.
Not sure they're going to have much time. Second down and 2 for TIU. Pistol formation here back into the game is Elijah Clark as the tailback. Going to throw the slant. I don't think he wanted to throw the slant until the very last second.
I think Briscoe kind of made him adjust his arm angle too. Briscoe was coming in and tried to sidearm it around him.
Max Briscoe, number 46, standing right at the 40-yard line. A junior out of Shanahan, played over at JCA.
Yeah, he was a middle linebacker at JCA, and they move him. He's playing defensive end here, and he's got some good quickness for a defensive end.
Well, you were an offensive coach, and I've noticed that Matt McCarthy here, for many years, he called the plays from up here in the booth, but now today, and I think the last year or so, nice tackle there on the completion, but TJ Neal there again to put him down shy of the first down line, so fourth down coming up. Did you prefer calling the play? I know you were also the head coach, so I'm not sure you had much of a choice, but would you rather have called the plays on the field or called the plays from the box?
I would prefer to call the plays on the field and have my assistants in the box to help spot things, because there's so many times you want to communicate with your quarterback when he comes on, especially if you're offensive coordinator. So during the defensive series for the Saints, Coach McCarthy's visiting with Sam, maybe some of his receivers, work with his line coach, and that communication is important. The communication with the players. Sometimes, players can give you some very good information coming off the field on what the teams are doing.
Good point.
That would help you in some of your play calling. And we always like to give that responsibility to the players to know that, hey, we're going to ask you what you see out there, what's happening, and they understand it keeps their minds in the game as well. But, yeah, I always feel more comfortable on the sideline just because I have access to the players.
There's the offensive assistants, like you said, helping out Matt McCarthy down on the field. I just saw him over there talking to Sam Tumulty and Dezion Jordan. Very high tech now, with the headsets and all. Thank you very much.
Well, they got tablets now, and it's the number of assistant coaches you have now compared to the old days.
Is there a too many cooks in the kitchen type of situation that can happen, or do you think the more the merrier?
No, I think you don't want to get too many, but I think every coach has his responsibility, and if the more specialty you could get in each segment. If you get a guy not only before you coach the tight ends and linemen together, the tight ends with the receiver, if you have a tight ends coach now, or you have just a line coach, you could get a lot more done in drill work.
Oh, your boy almost got one there. Tumulty will try to return
get a block here
from the 19. He wants a touchdown, but he's not going to get it there. He'll be dropped down right at the 30-yard line, just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Franciscovich, he's a go-getter. I think all the Saints, I'm real impressed with how the Saints played the game today, the way they're executing. I love the speed of the defense getting to the ball, the offense with its balance and movement. And so many guys have touched the ball today. The play calling has been excellent. It's the change in tempo throughout. It's just been a very impressive performance today.
Eric Maffey will be the new quarterback. Sam Tumulty's day is over after putting 39 points on the board in 3 quarters. Here's Maffey. Pretty good throw of the football, too. That one's a wobbler and a little bit high, though. Trust me, he is. Don't let that one fool you. That's his, I think, second or third pass of the year.
Kind of dropped his elbow on that one and sailed at him.
See who we got out there catching some footballs as well. I'm sure we'll have some new names. 84, Alessio Battaglia, freshman out of Addison, another Willowbrook product. James Williams, the ball carrier here on second down, only picks up about a yard.
It's good to see these guys get some playing time, get some game situation.
Third down coming up for Eric Maffey. He was a starter a few years ago before Sam Tumblety came in. It was Eric Maffey's offense. So not unfamiliar with running this USF team.
The importance of having a second good quarterback. Beautiful
Lobs
ball.
one for Liam Eldridge, and he goes up and gets it. Big play from Maffey to Eldridge into TIU territory. That's the biggest play for Liam this year, I believe.
Well, he went up and got that one too, didn't he? Look at this nice throw on this fade route out here. Watch him go up after the ball. Beautiful. Caught it at its highest point. That's got to be great confidence there. Come out and complete that pass.
First down for the Saints, the 44. James Williams bottled up. It's a point of attack, gains 1.5. The pass to Eldridge goes for 26 yards. Yep, longest play for Eldridge before that one was 24.
That was a beautiful catch, too.
He's got that ability, man. If he can go one-on-one with some DBs, he can go up and get that ball. He's going to get another chance here on a quick out, but he'll circle back inside the field of play. And, ball came out there. I thought at the end, but he'll be down at the 30-yard line. That's enough for a Saints first down. Liam Eldridge
he's throwing the ball well, isn't he? Two nice throws here. That's great to see.
Eric Maffey out of Cole Valley, Moline High School. There's Liam Eldridge, number 9. He's a Cali kid out of San Clemente. They're going to go to the left side this time. Taking a big shot for Trenton Perry. Missed it just a bit long on first down. I think Eric Maffey likes to throw the football. It's like, let's go. Taking a deep shot here to Trent.
Boy, he's wide open too, wasn't he?
He was.
A little bit too far to the outside. It might have been out of bounds if he caught it.
Trenton Perry's a nice player too. Like I said, transfer from a D1 school out in Pennsylvania. Playing for his senior year here at USF.
Yes, he is.
Williams on the ground. Picks up 2. Maffey, not really the running threat Sam is, but I mean, who really is? But he is athletic enough where if he keeps it, he can do some damage with his legs too.
Nice looking athlete. We might have bounced that out a little bit. We might have had something there.
Yeah, Eric Maffey was 0 for 2 throwing the ball coming into today. He's already completed 2 to Liam Eldridge on this drive. It's 3rd down and 8. He's looking that way again. He's going to lob it up into the end zone for Liam, and it is picked off. There's a whole lot of contact there. Didn't really give Liam much of a chance to get back to that football, but it is picked off.
He was double covered on that one. They had him covered the corner underneath and the safety over the top. We might have had the sideline route open. Yeah, it looked like the underneath route might have been open. This is the route they've been running all afternoon with success, where Sam was hitting that underneath receiver, running the out route.
Second interception of the season for Devin Arvalo for TIU. Injured Trojan there in the end zone.
You hate to see that. Yep. He's up. Looks like he's all right here.
Latrey Bond, the corner out of Baltimore, Maryland, trot off the field. It's the 3rd interception of the season for Trinity International as a defense. Some new defensive players in for St. Francis. Jared King, number 16, we just saw there, one of the nickelbacks. Your boy Max Briscoe, a little nose tackle now. Inside run, Acosta submarine down to the 23-yard line.
Again, good penetration by the defensive line of the Saints.
Biggest game on the MSFA schedule today, coming up later on this evening at about 5 o'clock. Number 7 Indiana Wesleyan will take on number 5 Marion in Indianapolis tonight. You want to watch a real good NAIA football game? That's the one you want to watch. That'll have a lot of playoff implications on the Mid-East side as well. The two best teams, the two highest-ranked MSFA teams, regardless of league, going at it tonight. Oh, Terrence Nicholson had a chance at an interception there, and a flag comes in. Terrence, the senior out of Minnesota.
What do we call it? Pass interference?
I believe so. Take a look one more time. Play action from under center here for Mickle. Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know.
See much there, but it's going to be an automatic first down for TIU. The 7th penalty of the game. It's about a third of their season total. So not the cleanest of games that we see. A little bit of hand fighting, I guess. That's rough. Another run up to the 35, pickup of 2 for the Trojans.
Get number 15 with a nice job.
They called Nicholson for holding, not PI.
Oh, that was Briscoe, 45. Again, making penetration on that. Slow down the running back and allow the rest of the team to get there and make the tackle.
Another great addition to this St. Francis coaching staff is Rayvon Johnson, who was an all NAIA player as a wide receiver for St. Francis. It was a big part of why St. Francis was able to put up the passing numbers they did last year. Went on to play professional football overseas in Austria, of all places. And it's their off season right now, so he agreed to come back and do a little coaching before he goes back overseas.
He does coach them up. I watched one of the practices where he's running with those guys. He's working their hands, working their get-offs, working their stances, and he runs right with them.
Yep. He's like you said, he's still a professional football player.
He defends them, and when they have their drill, when they break down in their segments, I always enjoy watching the job he does with those wide receivers, and just the experience that he has is, so important.
And he had that when he was a player too. He would almost be a coach on the field and talking guys up, coaching them a bit, and he's talking there with Matt McCarthy, the offensive coordinator. Love to hear what they're talking about right now.
I'm sure he's telling them he enjoys that 250-yard passing game. That's what he's happy.
Rayvon Johnson, one of the all-time great receivers here for St. Francis. He actually played with Aaron Ellis, who was a former St. quarterback. Actually, it was Aaron who reached out to get Rayvon to play with him in Austria.
I'll be darned.
They played together for a year. Now Aaron is playing in the XFL Japanese League.
Wow.
One of the top European, or not European, but top international American football leagues.
Wow.
Rayvon going to go back to Austria when their season starts back up. And there's Cam Jones. They're going to get their first touchdown, and the shutout is no longer Cam Jones with his second touchdown. Makes it 39-6 with 10 minutes
like
to go.
Nicholson kind of slipped on that one and allowed the receiver to get wide open.
Take a look
looks
again.
Like Nicholson,
nice ball.
Yeah, he slipped on that play. Allowed him to get behind him.
Credit to Liam Mickle, the quarterback, finding his open receiver. Nice play by Cam Jones. He's a heck of an athlete, man. He can do some damage if they can get the right guys around that offense, protect the quarterback a bit. They got some pieces. Outlaw to add the extra point. Snap's good, holds down, kicks on the way. It's good. Didn't kick a lot of extra points, but look pretty good there. See it one more time. Yep, little stumble there by number 2. That freed him up. Yep, you're absolutely right.
And, watching some of the games, the high school games here, there's last night when Brother Rice played Joliet Catholic, there's a lot of slips and falls, so I don't know if it's getting used to the new turf. It's not worn down, it's
65-yard touchdown pass to Jones. $115 passing yards now for Trinity International. St. Francis with a few yards shy of a 300-yard passing day. 296 total passing yards for St. Francis, 118 on the ground. There was a penalty, right? Or no? They're kicking off from the spot.
Saints coaching staff going to be very happy with that passing total today and the effectiveness of the passing game. It's the breakout game that they needed.
Yep.
And this is something that's going to carry them next week and then into the rest of the season.
And that's how it played out last year, which is so fun to watch this year because it's almost a mirror image than last year. Last year started off with a couple losses, some really good teams. They won a few early conference games, just like they're doing now against Trinity International, against Missouri Baptist. They really got their feet underneath them while they gathered those conference wins. And it set up real nice for some big games at the end of the year last year against Roosevelt, Olivet, and St. Ambrose and St. Xavier. And that's exactly what's lining up this year. If St. Francis walks away with the win today, they get a win against Judson next week. St. Ambrose comes into Joliet in 2 weeks. If they can win those games, the last 3 games of the season become a lot of fun. They're going to be a lot of fun with Olivet, Roosevelt, and St. Xavier to finish things out.
Well, it gets down to all the marbles then.
Take care of business against the teams you know you should beat. And go at those teams that are a little bit above you in terms of conference wins.
That's why I'm glad to see Joe get some of these other guys some experience today, but it's also giving your starters, a chance to get a little break and because you worry about injuries as you get through the middle of the season. It's always on your mind, And but this is valuable experience these kids are getting now.
Keenan Haley will return that kick to the 35. Eric Maffey still the quarterback. Here comes a safety blitz, but they run it on the ground. Nice spin move up to the 41 and a big pop at the end of that from Josh Ratliff. Ratliff, the running back out of Franklin Park, a transfer in from Eastern Illinois.
Nice run off tackle there.
Ratliff, a hard runner, huh?
Yeah.
Nice talent out of Franklin Park. Got a D1 look, and he's going to get another carry here. Not a lot of room, though. 3rd down and 4 coming up. 9.5 to go in the ball game. St. Xavier with a win today over Olivet Nazarene. Roosevelt plays a little bit later on tonight against Missouri Baptist. St. Ambrose at Trinity, St. Ambrose hosting Judson right now. 3rd down and 4. Maffey lets it fly. Up high for Eldridge and incomplete. I think that ball a little bit higher than Eric wanted to throw it.
Yeah, but that's the pattern they've been hitting all day. A little high, but he got his hands on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he feels he should have caught it. The competitor he is. I like the timing. Look at the timing here. 1-2 ball. It's right there.
Madej to punt it. Looks like the wind has shifted a bit. Will be in his face now. Pretty stiff wind blowing into the face of the punter, Brian Madej. Wobbler, short. Bit of a St. Francis bounce to the 31. Under 9 minutes to go. Take a look at the standings for the Midwest League here in the MSFA. St. Xavier on top, got another win today. They're 2-0 in the conference, 4-2 overall. Olivet picks up their first conference loss. Now 1-1. As they look at the standings here in the MSFA Midwest. With a win here today, St. Francis will at least tie St. Xavier for the conference lead. St. Ambrose taking on Judson as we speak. Side carry for about a yard. We got a big fullback over there at Trinity by the name of Jordan Harris. He's number 43 as we see our flyover. A little bit late as always. Better late than never, though.
I tell you, St. Francis is three-man front defense. Their outside linebackers have played well all day. You know, you see them walk out on the to the slot or walk out, and then watch how they will close on any runs coming their way.
Up, Mickle to throw, and he's going to throw it deep for Cam again. He has him behind the defense, and it's going to be another big play for Cam Jones, beating Angel Mata into the red zone again. 2 huge passing plays for Liam Mickle to Cam Jones.
That time they hit him on the post route. Looks like we had one-on-one coverage there.
Look again, a beautiful ball. Hey,
Yeah,
Liam
gorgeous.
Mickle, the freshman QB.
That kid's tough with one-on-one coverage.
54 yards from Mickle to Jones. He's got over 100 yards on those 2 plays alone. 39-7, St. Francis on top here. They start the clock, 1st and 10. Mickle on the ground. Acosta, the ball carrier, hit and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A couple Saints falling over each other there, but Mike Whitney, I believe, 45, making the play.
Yep, that's
Whitney along with Franciskovic.
Franciskovic coming off that edge again. Those outside backers have had one heck of a day, all of them.
There's Mike Whitney, the Lansing Catholic High grad out of Charlotte, Michigan. 33 tackles this year, 4.5 behind the line, couple sacks. Pistol formation for Mickle and the Trojans. Play action, they throw it out to Acosta in the flat, but he's wrapped up and down he goes. Great tackle by Franciskovic again.
The freshman's having a day. They have had very little success on those quick screens and those flat routes to the back out of the backfield. They just, St. Francis closed on so quickly. Really the big success they had in the passing game in those last 2 deep balls they throw.
We will talk with head coach Joe Curry following the game today.
I got the big fullback in there now.
Yep. Jordan Harris, 6'2", 225 in there to block. He does his drop, but Stroja comes from the other side and gets another sack for the St. Francis defense. Second sack of the day for Stroja.
Excellent coverage. Excellent coverage on that play by the defense. Loud, look how it works, keeps working around the end. Uses those long arms to keep the tackle away from him and works around him. Takes great angle to the quarterback for the sack, but there was excellent coverage on that play. He really had nowhere to throw the ball.
Pat Stroja out of JCA, Plainfield guy. Grabbing that number 18 jersey and dragging Mickle down with those 80-inch wingspan of his. We saw him bat down a ball at the line of scrimmage that no college player really had any business touching.
He's strong, he's fast, and he's long.
He's only going to get better, man.
His dad was a heck of a player here in the early 90s for the Saints. The timeout on the field here. Yeah, it was great to see St. Francis's offense play the way it did today, Nick. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I was so impressed at the way that McCarthy used tempo, the way they used Sam in the passing game, the outstanding routes these guys ran. It was just very fluid, very rhythmic, and it's got to help these guys with a lot of confidence. I know there's some areas we need to work on. They need to work a little bit more in the line play, you know, especially with the outside rushes and some of their inside running plays. But everybody really picked it up this week, and it's exactly what we need as you talk about getting into we start getting into the heart of the conference schedule.
Get better every week because you got some big games at the end of that season that you need to be playing your best football at. And it's games like today where you work on what you need to work on to get better.
Look at that edge rush.
Cam Jones, the big hit, brings up 4th down, but a heck of a ball from Liam Mickle and a nice catch by number 9, Cam Jones.
That was fourth down, I think. So we got good
talk
stop
about-
by the defense.
Let's talk about having a day. Cam Jones, 5 catches now, over 150 yards, and all coming here in the fourth
quarter, yeah.
St. Francis, Sam Tumulty, his best game of the year, throwing the ball 16 for 25, 259 yards and 1 touchdown. He was sacked 4 times, though. Something they're going to have to work on. Dezion Jordan, the leading receiver today, 5 catches, 100 yards and a score, his first of his career. DeJuan Gavin, 3 catches for 76 yards. Liam Eldridge, 4 grabs for 56. Trenton Perry had 3 catches today, his first catches of the season. Hartsfield had 3 as well. Bunch of players carried the ball today for St. Francis too. Obviously Sam did, he led the way. 18 carries for 47 yards. Keenan Haley, 6 carries for 29. James Zillinger, Brian Madej actually had a carry. He tried to pick up a first down on a fake punt, didn't quite make it. Jacob Ratliff, Dan McLaren, James Williams all carrying the ball for St. Francis.
I think that's important. If you can get multiple backs involved, you're pounding the ball, you're going to save legs for later in the year. You're going to have that rotation. You have guys, you see that happening all the time now in college and pro football, the use of multiple running backs. And that's another thing that was established today by the Saints. So those are all positive signs to see that, yeah, we got more than just 1 or 2 running backs in the program that can play well.
Eldridge across the middle, reaching for the 19-yard line. It is enough for a first down for St. Francis.
Nice call for first down, a little short crossing route, get to the sticks. Quick read, quick throw. Nice catch.
Beautiful day here out at the Joliet Memorial Stadium. Some folks enjoying a little tailgate action north of the north end zone. Nice. Ratliff trying to break free. Oh, he
just
got
got
tripped up. He wanted it late. He slams the ball down. He's so angry.
Nice block by, was it 58? Tackle.
Yeah,
turned his man out, created a huge hole there.
Oh, watch him get up and see him slam the ball. That kid wanted it so bad.
Nothing but green in front. He could have head down to the tailgate area.
He was going to go grab a bowl of chili if he didn't get tripped up. 2nd down and 2. Give him another opportunity.
Look at
here.
this.
Nice patience. Ratliff. Good run. Nope, I'm sorry. That's Williams, the runner.
I don't know if I like this scheme. I don't know if it's a just or what, where you're having your tackle turn that wide end out and then pulling your guard up through rather than have your guard kicking out. Running that power play, a gap or hole inside one.
All right, so assuming they run the play again, what are we going to watch for here? If they run that same play.
What they're doing is they're taking number 58, the right tackle, turning out on 90, and then pulling the guard up through.
See what happens here. Same play? Yep, same play. Exactly.
We lost them that time.
It didn't quite work out as well.
Well, they kind of slid their line that way. They slid their line that way. Run it 3 times in a row, but hey, keep repeating if it's working.
Y'all, if you're watching this and you're listening to Coach Sharp explain this, you're getting an education today. Here's Ashton Shorgy, the right tackle for St. Francis. Tough assignment going up against number 90, Jeremy Walton, today. Walton's won a few of those battles.
Now there's a little outside zone play. Beautiful.
Williams up near midfield.
I thought the offensive line did a great job there. Reaching to the outside of their linemen. I don't reach to the outside shoulder. Little zone play. See them all reach out, try and turn. And there's the hole right there. Get up in it. Look at how the effort downfield blocking. Boy, you love to see that. Here we got 2 minutes left in the game. The guys are still blocking downfield. It's going to be a much better film session this week, I think, for the Saints offense.
Got the backup offensive line in there for the most part. Sorgi's a starter, but a couple backups. Right up the middle goes
they're going to
Ratliff.
Holding over here on 58, I think. You got to grab the hold of number 90.
It's run by Josh Ratliff, but Hold's going to bring it back. big boys, the offensive linemen, getting their close-ups today.
What a good feeling it is to have an afternoon like they've had.
72, Rylan Heersink, one of the backups at center. Left guard there, at 74, I believe Michael Dan. Another carry for Ratliff.
Little zone left there.
Just a couple yards after the penalty on first down. We're under a minute to go here in this one. We will talk to head coach Joe Curry after the game.
We might not have to run another play. I don't think they're going to chop it until after 40.
Play clock is going.
Oh, got a 10-second differential here.
Eric Maffey came in for Sam Tumulty about halfway through the fourth quarter. Performed pretty well.
Nice job.
Run one more play to Ratliff.
That'll be it.
Unfortunately, he ran right into the hands of Jeremy Walton and paid the price for it at the end of that one, but that will bring us to the end of this one. St. Francis, another W here at home. They will go to 3-2 on the year. They are 10-2 against Trinity International and perfect against the Trojans here at home. Another big win as they try to roll through this MSFA Midwest schedule.
It was a beautiful day for football today, Nick, and the Saints did not disappoint. They came out and played well on all facets today, and 3 in a row. Got a great winning streak going here. Let's keep it rolling next week. And again, congrats to Coach Curry and his team for a fine performance today.
So keep an eye on, or start thinking about what you want to talk to Coach Curry about as he swings over to grab our headset. And in the meantime, we'll take a look at some of the final numbers here for St. Francis. Sam Tumulty, 16 for 25, 64% through the air. His best game of the year, passing the ball 259 yards and a score. Dezion Jordan had his best game of his career here at St. Francis. 5 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Tumulty, the leading rusher as well, per usual. 18 carries. He gained 71 yards, but he only netted 47 with 2 touchdowns. So Sam Tumulty is responsible for 3. And here comes Coach Curry. He's going to have to walk a little bit closer. He knows the drill. Coach, congratulations. 3-game winning streak. Got to feel pretty good here, huh?
Yeah, of course. Every time you win a college football game, that feels good. You know, it's not easy. And I thought our guys, everything came together for us today a little bit. Still some things we obviously got to clean up, but a lot better.
We were waiting for the offense to break out. Today was a great day just to work on some of those things. Sam Tumulty ended up with about 260 yards passing, got some guys on the outside, the ball in their hands. We're starting to see some of those athletes that we keep talking about making some plays with Dezion and Liam and DeJuan Gavin.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I still feel like we had some of the best skill in our league, and we've been yet to kind of unleash it yet. But we took a step in the right direction today. Now we just got to keep getting better.
Well, Coach Eric Curry, really enjoyed the way you came out and spread it around, too. You're right about your skill positions. He spread the ball around to many receivers. I thought you had some excellent route design, hitting, clearing out deep and hitting that underneath route. And it's amazing. Sam, throw on the run. He can throw from the pocket. He's accurate all the time. You could just see how everything kind of opened up today. And I'm sure that is something that you were looking forward to as well, see that offense.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, anything, with our offense, you guys know it has been a struggle. Let's call it what it is. It's been a struggle for us offensively here for the first 4 games. And, like I told you guys, it was just one player here or there, one play away. And today, some of those plays we were able to hit. And when you hit that, you get in a little bit of a rhythm and you keep on going. And and when you get those confidence things going, and a guy catches the ball here, he gets a good run there, we get a good block here. I mean, those things start to come in bunches, and that's what happened for us today.
Are you a little upset there? You think the players are a little upset they couldn't get that shutout?
Well, I am, but part of it too is we wanted to get some of our younger guys in there as part of development and development of your program and those sort of things too. So we got to get some of those young guys some reps, and it was good to get them out there and do that today.
Well, it's great to get those guys reps. Another thing I was real impressive is the play of your edge people, your outside linebackers, the way you use them in their scheme. You're walking out for coverage and you're bringing them in, and they read so well on those runs.
Yeah.
With Trinity trying to get quick passes, screens, or try to run anything outside, they shut everything down, and then your defensive ends, both played unbelievable with great pressure today.
Yeah, they did. And, finally, Pat Strosha, we've been giving him a lot of flack in meetings lately because he's been the lone guy that's been out there and hasn't really, gotten a sack. He's gotten a few pile jumps, as I call them, but today he made some plays for us and did a good job. And our edge guys continue to do a great job. Mike Johnson up the middle just keeps on doing a great job for us. And those guys, they played a lot of football here for us, so a lot is expected of them.
Well, they get after the ball, Coach. I tell you that. They really close fast today.
Well, thanks. I hope that keeps going.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
Congrats, Coach.
A big one here for Coach Joe Curry. Picks up his 53rd win as head coach of the USF Saints. And taking a look for the future, St. Francis is on the road up to Elgin next week, taking on Judson University, a game that St. Francis will be favored in. Back at home in 2 weeks on October 22nd for St. Ambrose. And then it's back on the road against Olivet a couple of days before Halloween. If you're looking for a really great home game here at St. Francis to get to, just circle November 5th when the top 25 team in Roosevelt comes into Joliet. That's going to be a fun one, too. Got to keep winning those games that you can win because some tough teams are on the schedule a little bit later on this season. So St. Francis starting to get in a little bit of a roll. A 3-game winning streak with a win here against Trinity International. The largest margin of victory against TIU in the series history, 39-7. Big game by Sam Tumulty through the air for 259 yards and a touchdown. Some closing thoughts here, Coach?
No, it was great afternoon for football. The Saints didn't disappoint. They came out and played an excellent football game. I'm excited at seeing the progress of this team as they move along here, and look forward to the next time we work together.
Yes, sir. We're on the road for next week, like we mentioned, against Judson. That'll be an audio-only broadcast here on the Go Fighting Saints YouTube channel, and then back at home against St. Ambrose on October 22nd. We hope to see you out here. Big win for the Brown and Gold, 39-7 over TIU for Brandon and Jessica and everyone here, the crew at Memorial Stadium. We appreciate their hard work standing out in the chilly, windy conditions while we're all here tucked in the warm press box. Thank you very much, guys. Big win for St. Francis, 39-7. We'll talk to you next week here on the USF Sports TV Network. Have a great weekend.